So yeah, would anyone like to give a nice little recap what happened last session? It was pretty RP heavy, so a lot of information.
We found a mine and a bunch of magical stuff, and charged them with holy water and made some battle plans, and shit talked the council and scared a rabbi.
All of those things did happen. Yes.
Rabbi, if you don't agree to make this holy water, we're gonna shit in your gefilte fish.
What?
Was that... Which rush hour was that? Was that the first one? Or the third one?
Second one, I think.
Oh, I can't remember. Yeah, we had a day around town in Idrei. Baruch was wholesome with his family and kids until they were interrupted by the rabbi, who may or may not be side-eyeing with judgment the fact that Baruch is married to multiple people, but that's okay. Babar then scared the rabbi into making a whole lot of holy water.
And also being more progressive.
Yes.
Hey, lay off my surrogate father and his 17 wives.
I'm not the 17 yet.
Yeah.
Lay off my surrogate father and his 15 wives.
Adelaide had a chat with the lieutenant of the guard, not the captain. The captain is Aeretz, so the guy with the...
I guess it is kind of like the captain of the guard. Aeretz is more of a council member.
Okay.
Kind of overseeing the guard and the miners.
Sure.
Like being the representative might be a better description.
I don't remember his name, so I'm going to call him Nagoya.
Holy fuck, I don't remember his name either.
It starts with an
Well,
N.
that makes 3 of us.
Natola.
So...
Natola.
Natola.
I think it's Natora.
Yeah, that.
I think his name is Jared.
Yeah, it's Natora.
No, that's the merchant at the
His
end
name
of
is
the
Dunn.
episode.
His name's
Dunn. Dungeon Dragon.
But anyway, Adelaide chatted with him and learned that, again, the main fighting force is down in the mine. He also doesn't trust Baruch's mother-in-law's steward or whatever. And is
Grima Wormsong.
Yeah.
The famously trustworthy Grima Wormsong.
And is potentially worried that there is a mole or traitor somewhere in the city among the giant kin. Babar went to the magic shop and had some of his items handed over to be further improved. And then Adelaide showed up, and they chatted with the people there about their stock, and read a note in Giant from the King of all Giants.
Specifically in Jive.
Sorry, in Jive, yes.
I forgot about
Excuse
that.
me, stewardess.
Yeah, it was something about the King Gath, or whatever his name is, telling basically all the giants to retake Idrei and have it rejoin Chyla in their kingdom. Paul met with his childhood friend / compatriot in nefarious deeds, and she gave him a ring she found in the sand.
They're not his childhood friend?
I am guessing.
Yeah,
I am guessing. I don't know.
No. Okay.
It was actually an early adulthood friend.
That was the vibe I got from it, but
very yep, nope, Knox got it.
Yep. He then took said
And believe me, the adult bit was very important.
He then took the ring to the magic shop, where the lady proceeded to lick it.
Suggestively.
That's right.
Suggestively, yeah, it was.
Suggestively.
It was a whole thing. That
Paul
scene
lives in a porno.
She smelled it Then
You all don't remember that one conversation from Andromeda.
Oh, I remember it.
It was.
My eyebrows went up, way up.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
Baruch went back to the council and got given a fancy staff and basically told everybody else, go do things. And they went, sure. And then we all went to the mine, where Babar found a scimitar in the rubble, and Tool was given a belt left in the rubble by Yap Yap. But Yap Yap found it, though where it came from, we don't know. And
"Quote unquote found," as kobolds tend to do.
Yes. And then Adelaide showed
It
up,
fell off the back of a truck.
followed by Indigo the Dragonborn, who gave her a very shiny set of armor. And that's where we are. We are looking at the collapsed mine with a couple of dwarves and a kobold.
I mean, it's not Spectral Wolf showing up with a lightsaber, but we're almost there. It's close. Or no, it was a full set of armor. I'm sorry, it was a full set of armor.
Yeah. Full set of heavy body.
It was a full set of armor and a sword.
See, this time the sword was in the ground. It's
Yeah, it was much more plausible this time. It's just in garbage.
At least he didn't say bark bark when he gave it to me.
But yeah, that's where we are.
If we meet old mate in the in the mines, that's gonna be rough.
This sounds like a really bad.
Are any of us? Wait, are any of our PCs technically children?
No.
I don't think so.
No, because as we know, children yearn for the mines.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
Get out of here, Jack Black.
Was that in the movie?
Oh, yes, it was.
Oh, God damn it. I can't be funny and tongue-in-cheek anymore. They made it mainstream. This is bullshit.
They did. They did make it mainstream.
Thankfully, my favorite Minecraft joke, Chicken Jockey, is still untouched. Unimpeded.
It's true. No one has ever touched that one.
Some things are sacred in this world.
But
So yeah,
yeah,
that pretty much hit all the main points. Yeah, you talk to the guard captain. You chat a bit in the magic shop. You learn a little bit more about, what it could take to defend the city. There's plenty of things to do. My memory and understanding is that the priority is going to be rescuing the miners, since they're also the city's best fighters.
They're miners. I told you children yearn for the mines.
Oh my god, stop.
The priority is to free the miners. The best Obi-Wan voice. That's why I'm here. That's why we're here. Why are
Here, I
you
thought you were going to make a
Collapsed
Transformers
mine.
1 joke.
To save the miners. It's why I'm here.
The fell beast known as Aubrey Graham is in the mines with them.
Anyway.
All right. Anyway.
All right, we're on Anthrax.
So I think in just terms of just a little bit of mechanical update, at the upper right-hand corner, I think near the chat box, I think you see some active quests. Is that something you guys can see?
Yes.
I can.
Okay. So you can do some
Once my
drop
laptop
downs.
stops updating, I'll be able to see it.
So yeah, I think you should be able to see most of the
those are
most
fancy.
of the quests. So then you can check them off as you complete them.
Neat.
Yeah, that is a neat little module.
Anyways, we're on topic. It is 3 p.m. in the afternoon. What are you guys doing?
Wearing aviators and playing the saxophone, obviously.
Obviously.
Clearly.
We're clearing the rubble.
Aviators. Yeah.
Let us make some rolls so this can be over with.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
what?
grab-
Why?
Grab Gimli
Mhm.
there and get to work.
So who's helping
You're gonna
clear
have to
more of
toss
the
me.
rubble?
The children, obviously. You heard Knox said it like 3 times.
Yeah.
Where
Those
are
small
the children?
There is only one child in this scene, and he is a
Well,
tiny kobold.
Well, he better get to work. He's got a lot of work ahead of him.
And we're gonna push him to work doing
Is there enough holes in the rubble or wiggle room for my ghost fox to slip in?
You know, there is.
Oh, yay. I send a mental message to the ghost fox.
Mm-hmm.
First to say, hello, I am Paul, better known as Paul. What is your name?
Come on, we all
Kinda
know what his
hear,
name is.
I don't have a name.
Oh. Well, would you
What's a name?
like one? A name is what I call you instead of just you.
Oh. A name would be nice.
Yeah. It can mean something to you. It can mean something to somebody else. It can mean nothing at all, but it's nice to have a name.
Yeah, a name would be good.
Okay. What do you think you would like your name to be?
I don't know. I never thought about having a name.
Well, where have you ever seen any other parts of this world, or is this the first time you've been summoned?
Well, I've seen rocks. Rocks have been on fire. Dark ground. He looks over towards the cave.
But
A hole like this.
that sounds sort of scary. I was trying to
Scary?
see if there was some meaning behind somewhere that you had been before that you really liked. So, do you remember anything that you thought was nice?
Ponds are nice.
What
Water.
did you? Oh, ponds.
Yeah, not
Um,
many ponds. There's a nice pond I like. It's up north from here.
I wonder if I can make a name out of that. Ooh, wonder if there's like a Hebrew for water or something.
Oh, I bet there is.
Water. Pronounce. Mayim. Mayim. That's neat. Well, how would you like your name to be, Mayim?
Maine. I like that.
Okay. We'll see how that goes, Mayim. Do you think that you might be able to wiggle into one of the holes in the rocks there to see if you can see if there are dwarves in there? We're trying to rescue.
Dwarves. Yes.
Trying to rescue them.
What?
Okay. Don't get
It's a
stuck.
dwarf.
It's a smaller person that looks like me, or like him.
Looks like him.
Mhm.
Okay.
Short, bearded.
You see the ghost fox Maine continue to go through. It's taking a lot longer than you thought. You hear some squiggling. The sounds of rock kind of moving. There's small holes here and there, but you do hear the sound of the ghost fox has to, use its paws to move some more rocks out of the way. You wait. Continue to wait. Eventually, you do hear something from Maine. Oh. Wow. That's a big hole.
Okay.
I
Maine,
don't
what do
see.
you see?
Well, I see there's some tree-like things in here. There's
Okay.
some torches, like, little light things.
Mm-hmm.
I see some things that looks like teas. Some, ooh, fancy rock. Shiny. But mostly here, I kind of see just a hole that just goes down deep.
Hmm.
I can't see
Straight
the bottom of
down.
it.
Okay. How far did you? It seems like you had to go pretty far through all these rocks to get to that spot.
Yeah, it was, ooh. I'm not sure how you could fit through there.
We were going to have to clear it, but it seems like that might take a very long time given how far you had to crawl.
Yes, and the rocks were not stable. It's like if you ever dug a hole and the hole filled itself while you were digging it.
That's not good. Let's see here. Well, I will confer with my compatriots. And, well, I sent the summoned fox that I can summon through the collapsed section of the mine there. And I think he made it to the other side of the collapsed portion, but we may be here for... it's hard to say, but for certain many hours, if not days, trying to dig through the collapsed tunnel here. I'm not sure quite what to do.
You hear Kanaz, the one at the bottom. Ugh. Yeah, we've been at this all day. We haven't really gone anywhere. I did hear that this mine may be better connected with the Underdark, but I thought that was a legend. Make sure people didn't dig too many mines and literally undermine the city.
You refer to the land down under?
Well, yeah, even I. I mean, Elion's been there. If he points over to Elion near Yip Yap. And Elion's dragged us to the Underdark a few times, and spooky place.
Okay, so maybe there is another way in somewhere.
Well,
Can I tell how far the ghost fox is from me? Is that something I can estimate?
let's give you a roll then, and let's do investigation.
50 ghost meters.
Oh, hell
Is
yeah.
that nat 20?
That was a nat 20.
Nice.
Goddamn.
Yeah, you got a pretty good estimate. I mean, it looks like, based on the sounds and everything that's moving, it probably looks like 3 to 5 solid feet before the ghost fox is able to get out of the the wreckage.
Gimli, it's about 35 feet of collapsed section, but it seems unstable. That's what my fox said.
About 30.
Like,
Oh, you just see him slump on the ground. Oh. You know,
was it something you ate? Are you okay? Bad dates?
Indigestion.
y'all see Othni also take a lean up against the rocks over here.
Oh no, it's
Oh.
going around.
Well, they're just lying down from just exhaustion. Remember, they had been trying to.
I don't know that. looks like they're going down. Anyway,
They look like they're just more physically exhausted, and as you can see it from them. They're pretty sweaty now at this point. Oh, we've been at this for hours, and I think we barely just got a foot.
This seems
Well,
inefficient. Would it not
I'm
be
gonna-
wise to deploy mining implements?
I'm gonna recall Maim to me. Come back. Oh, you're a great companion. That was really good.
As you also come back to it, you notice that the Maim has something in her mouth, like a gemstone.
Oh. What you got
So-
there?
It's a full suit of armor.
Yeah. He drops the small gemstone. It's probably about the size of your thumb. It's not that big.
It's a kyber crystal.
You can find the lightsaber fully assembled inside someone's prison wallet.
We're getting it one piece at a time. All right, go back for the rest, girl. Don't forget the emitter. Okay, so I
You see a white,
think-
it's like a white, smoky gray sort of gem. It's quartz, and it's a 50 GP. 50 GP
Oh,
Ooh,
alrighty.
gem. Found.
that's enough for like 50 watches.
I'm gonna make a collar out of this with like a pendant on a collar and give it to my fox because she's awesome. Yeah, exactly.
And it falls off because she's a ghost.
Well, nobody's perfect.
But it was able to carry the crystal somehow.
Shiny.
Ghost fox.
Right?
It was just on the ground and just looked shiny, and I liked it. I thought you would like it.
This is something that I absolutely wish to encourage as much as possible. If you see shiny things on the ground, you should always pick them up and give them to me.
Okay.
Do you eat food? What would you like to eat?
Just the souls of the living.
Red
no.
eyes of God, you say fish.
Oh no, it's evil. Well,
if you could find me, like, some crickets.
But that sport won't be invented for another 15,000 years.
oh my god.
Or maybe a nice berry. A nice, juicy grape.
Not a great berry,
grape?
but like a pretty good berry.
I will work on that.
Paul, you can
Oh,
also
yeah,
cast
sure.
Beast Sense on your fox. So you can see through their eyes. So you can.
Yeah, it's basically
is true.
it allows them to
Forgot
be
about it.
that find familiar aspect to them.
Yeah.
What do your vulpine eyes see?
Where's my book?
Gentlemen, what have we found?
Nothing.
The mine is haunted with the spirit of a small critter.
Really?
The collapse is deep.
You see Kanaz and Othni just slumped over, exhausted. Like they're sitting on their butt, leaning against the wall in the cart.
What was the news? This creature was able to provide some information on what's happening beyond the collapse?
The dead fox says it is at least 35 feet of rubble. However, our dwarven compatriots here say that perhaps a gateway through the Underdark is possible.
Yes. I believe some of the council mentioned that was also possible. Somewhere a few miles to the northwest, I believe, is where it was rumored. May be worth investigating. Do we happen to know any of the dwarves who were leading this dig? Othni, Kanaz, surely you know the men who were here.
You think one dwarf knows every other dwarf?
No,
That's
but you were the
racist.
same work party.
I mean,
For
I
the
mean, you're
former
right.
is mine. To not know your people would be disgraceful, unconscionable even.
also, by
How
my
would you call
experience,
yourself a leader in men?
yes, most dwarves do know at least most of their other kin, so.
Yeah, it's racist, but you're right.
Is it really racist?
He's out of line, but he's right.
Oh my god. This is a great game.
Yeah. I
Do we
know
know
a few of them.
Do we know the foreman? Or can you describe any of them to me? I may have a way to communicate with them.
About
You
yay
know.
high, has a beard, drinks a lot,
Thank you,
Scottish.
Baba.
Where's Scott?
This is not in character.
You know, the foreman, pretty sure his name was Kabir.
Okay.
Or, I mean, most of the dwarves do kind of look the same. I mean, after all, once you're all working together at the same time, kind of wear the same uniform. You know, usually go after the leader. They want to look like the leader so they can mine the most, so you can get the most money. You know, popularity
Their
stuff.
cycles sync up. They start talking the same.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like you know them.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So, anyway, this
Yeah.
creature, this fox, said the collapse was at least 35 feet deep inward. How much farther down was the actual mine itself?
Oh,
The hole seemed endless.
The hole.
Yes. My
so
fox companion saw a hole that went, I believe, straight down and couldn't see the bottom.
That's
okay.
not
I think I remember
traditional
why he's talking.
dwarven mining practices, to my knowledge.
Yeah, it has to do with this city. I had some drinks with Kabir before, so he's gesturing into the air. So you got like, hold on, let me get the free hand. So you have like the mine entrance, right?
Yes.
Well, what most of the mine is dug's a little bit in, and then kind of splits around. God damn it.
Oh, is this when he accidentally draws? Yep. Too late, man.
It's over. And for the look, and so from the top down, they basically just form kind of this like spiral thing going. And then you got a bunch of little, well, first you got the giant hole that kind of just goes down, which is probably what the fox saw. And then you got little offshoots going off there. And then sometimes these offshoots get pretty long. In my understanding, the whole reason why they had to get the entrance here and then do deep underground was to avoid the whole city from collapsing. So they just did everything horizontally. Next thing you know, there's a house here.
Yes, you destabilize the region beneath the city, and, well, what was once a secure fortress now becomes a quagmire. Yes, I understand. Has a thorough investigation been done of this entrance? Do we know if this was natural or sabotaged?
Kind of looks over to the. He stands up, kind of looks up and over. Kind of looks up towards the ceiling. Looks back over. Well, for lack of a better phrase, somebody basically looks like, from I can see from here, somebody basically blew out all that upper support. So, like,
Blew out?
probably,
Black powder?
well, broke it, destroyed it, sabotaged. Didn't mean to imply it exploded like a fireball.
So you're saying it was intentionally done?
That, or somehow the dwarves decided in their arrogance to be incredibly careless, but yeah, it was probably intentionally done by somebody.
Dwarves careless? No. I agree with that.
Right. So who has means and ability to do this? Surely it wouldn't be a feud between dwarven clans. My understanding, they all came here on an accord of some sort, for business, mining the alum.
Yeah, and the competition there is usually who could mine the most, and
Right. Cutting their
they
own
wouldn't dare
source.
sabotage themselves
Yeah, exactly.
like that.
So who has means and motive?
I don't know, man. That's a really good question.
Hmm.
Motives? I mean,
Elion?
look, if you're gonna play the race card, I'll play the race card. It's probably one of the Goliaths.
I'm looming over him.
Elion?
Yes.
Being one of the elder dwarves here, what do you know of the city? Who would have means to sabotage this entrance?
Takes a closer look.
Is Indico
interesting.
Indico still here?
Intico probably can still be here, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, get him
Well,
closer.
that'd be good if he was here too.
Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, Baru, come over here. Let me show you something. You see that up right there? At the top, you see how the structure support, how there's a thin little line over there, like a thin straight line carved in.
Yes.
Well, I'd imagine whoever did it essentially seemed to have, for lack of a better phrase, sliced it very quickly, very strongly, and most importantly, very long. I mean, I can't see through all the rubble, but Looks like it hasn't stopped through there.
So you mean to suggest that the entire support system of this entrance was essentially severed by one or some simultaneous rupture?
Best what I can see. And based on the fact that it was such a, well, deep and busy, for lack of a better phrase, rebel, based on what points over to the Maim, points over to what that creature described. Either, yes, it was basically one long running cut, or perhaps a series of very precise and long cuts up there. Now, I can't imagine any dwarf being that tall. So whoever it was probably was very tall. Or had some kind of very specialized magic.
Burke's gonna go step
Unless you-
over to the essentially where the fissure is, or whatever it was that,
Mhm.
like you said, that where
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
kind of broke away. Can I
Right,
make
right.
some sort of investigation roll or something? He's
Mhm.
saying it's done in one clean sweep, but Baruch is still skeptical. I think you want to do some sort of investigation to understand exactly, is this fully one swipe, or is it more of something that's chiseled away or hacked away in a sense?
You know, roll me an investigation check. Another
Holy
nat
shit,
20.
dude.
Hold
There you
on.
go.
What the
This is
fuck?
insane. This is absolutely insane.
All the Noko luck has to go somewhere.
Because maybe I'm using this tool wrong. Not that you rolling the 20 is bad, but oh, I see what's going on. I hit request with roll, not request.
Well, it still rolled the dice though.
Right. I just want you to have the fun with rolling the dice,
Yeah.
not just like immediately
Yeah.
roll it. But still, yeah, you got a natural 20. So you look up where the fissure is, and let's see if you would have anything.
Or is there like some sort of residual magic, or something about this fissure? He's trying to ascertain exactly what could have possibly done this. Because the
Yes,
idea of something just cutting through this like a sword through paper seems ludicrous, but that seems to be what Elian is suggesting.
Correct. And so, yeah, you have a proficiency, like an expertise in history, if I'm looking at your sheet correctly.
I have expertise in history. I have expertise
Investigation.
in investigation.
Persuasion.
I have, I've got most things.
Yeah, you got the half thing and everything. I'm just trying to think like what would play really well with your character. So
I've got
You would know.
Arcana. Yeah, I've got lots of stuff.
yeah, you got proficiency in Arcana. Okay, actually that would work really well, the combination. So when you're looking at the cut, right? When you were trained, right, as a child, when you're trained, eventually to inherit the kingship of Abigail, right? Some of the things you do need to know is basically, basic swordsmanship, basic, combat procedure.
He was trained, yep.
So, yeah, you would know enough that cutting with the tool, like a sword, if it was a sword, you would expect probably at least a little bit of wobbling, just
Sure.
because the connection to the anchor point is like arm to hand to handle to blade.
Yep.
There's extra points where the thing can basically flex a little bit. Like you would expect it to be a little bit wider in certain sections than others. The fact that it is straight is unusual for a weapon. When you look a little bit closer in what's residual, it does look like that there's some key energy left over. Whoever it is has a very tight control of the radiance over their body. may not necessarily been cut directly with someone's hand. You would expect a little bit more, well, you definitely expect the ridge to be a bit bigger if it was literally someone like slicing it with their fingers. But whoever it is did it with a very precise body control. Meta. Probably it was a monk of some kind, doing an unarmed strike against the top.
Tool.
Yes.
Look at this cut. There is a residual radiance around it, not dissimilar to what I've seen you be able to manifest with your abilities. Would you not agree?
So, Tool, just a little bit of extra. So, you're an elements monk. From what you can tell, the extra damage isn't really like a distinct enhanced range from your hand, right? Because the elements monk, you can reach out to like 15 feet, I think, right? With that elemental ability, right? So the whole cave is probably about 10-ish feet tall. What you can recognize as a monk is that the energy up there is a bit more shadowy. And the translation of that is, it's probably some kind of shadow monk. And Adelaide, are you casting that as a ritual casting? Okay. Can all classes ritual cast now?
Yes.
Okay. That makes life so much easier. So yes, as you ritual cast magic, let me see what it is. You can see things bears with as created by a school of magic. Okay. Things that were left over. I just need to figure out what spell. Okay. Yes. With that in mind, Tool, you know it's probably some kind of shadow monk. And then Adelaide, from what you can tell, there is... Figure out the right spell. Yes. There seems to be a slight residual of necromancy spell. And how far does the thing go? 30 feet?
30 feet.
Okay. You could definitely, at your location, you could definitely detect 1 point over here. If you got closer, you might find more information.
It is also blocked by a foot of stone. So you won't be able to detect too much.
Well,
Yeah.
let me take a look at what foot of stone really means. I think it means a solid wall, is my interpretation. And this is less of a solid wall and more like
rubble.
A bunch of rubble. So I will say that she can see at least enough through the rubble.
I'll take it.
So interestingly for Adelaide is that there is a point here, and then there's a distinct point over here of where that necromancy spell was. It's as if...
Can you... They were where and where? Sorry, were you pinging? Or...
Sorry, let me double click line, change it over to... purple seems like a good color. So you have a purple point here, and then up to the northeast.
Oh, okay, I see now.
Yeah. So it looks like whoever was doing this cut, perhaps, basically cut in 1 point over there, cut in a second point over here, which caused the whole thing to collapse. It wasn't a run, it seems to be like a teleport of sorts.
This might be a stretch of a question, but with tech magic up, would I be able to pick up any like residuals of magic that came from the caster, quote unquote? I know it was a monk, but like would I be able to see like magical footprints or something leading me away Witcher style or something?
Yeah, why don't? Here, let's prompt you another roll, and I'll make sure to. Why don't I give you a investigation check with
No,
that?
oh, okay. I'm great at these.
Can I,
We have
as she looks like
is there a way you
she's
could roll with advantage when I prompt that, or no? I think you
Mm,
can.
as she's stepping forward to look, I am actually gonna just put a hand on her shoulder and be like, "Concentrate. Tell me what you see," and I will give her a bardic inspiration.
Cool. I will probably need that.
Yes, and please roll the investigation with advantage since you do have detect
Oh,
magic.
wonderful. Great. Thank you.
Like the dandelion to her Geralt.
I did not roll a natural 20. Ugh. Don't
9,
think
7.
that I can do anything to help that. Rip.
Okay. Because my brain blanked out for a second. Remind me, you're trying to figure out more of the residual, like.
I'm trying to see if there's like based on the fact that like there's residual magic from above the table, the monk unarmed striking with magic fists, the area, you know. So given that someone magical was here at some point, am I able to pick up like a trail from the caster that would have given me an indication of where he might have gone when he left the area?
Okay,
Like, so
okay,
that
okay.
we might...
Yeah. Okay. So it looks like a little bit from the trail. He comes into the mine. He walks through up to the point of teleportation. It looks like some kind of enhancement goes on over here. And then teleports over to the entrance. And then continues to run outgoing southwest from here. And that's basically about it.
She just
before I forget. Walks outside, pauses for probably about 30 seconds, and then sprints southwest.
Okay. So Adelaide will nod to Baruch and then point down toward the path that they came down. I believe that whoever was responsible for this took off that way in quite a bit of a rush.
I wonder if some of the other arcanists of the city might be better be able to identify the magical signature. If we can, well, pinpoint this saboteur, I think it would go a long way to maintaining the security of the city. I'll send word tomorrow, get the arcane team down here as soon as possible. I don't think there's much else we can do here, but...
Whoever they are, they have a darker aura. They did that by hand, not with reach as I would.
So the magic had a dark, necromantic feel to it.
Tool, have you ever dealt with a monk of this sort? Someone who deals in shadow and apparently cleaving stone?
I have not. I've mostly been at sea. Not much reason for shadow and darkness aboard ships.
Certainly not.
Yeah, you already have the ocean for that. I mean, you try looking down there at night. Ugh, says Elian. Kind of
The
shivers
ocean
the
is
thought.
terrifying.
Yeah, now the pits comes Marduk, so the legend goes.
What of you, Paul? Is this any of this familiar to you?
No.
You might be a little more familiar, at least, with the concept of a Shadow Monk, given Shekinah's, well, let's call it urban intrigue.
I'm somewhat trained in similar arts, but this is still foreign to me.
Indico.
In any case, I should
Keep going. Keep
should
going.
be able to do some measure of tracking if you can provide me with an example of a track.
Well, I'm sure whatever arcane team came with your caravan probably be the best. He continues to walk forward up to everyone else. Would be the best in terms of finding such a track.
DM,
Mm-hmm.
given the fact that I was able to pick up some semblance of a magical trail,
Mm-hmm.
would I be able to at least to point? Like, I know that Paul wouldn't have detect magic up and wouldn't be able to see what I see, but would I at least be able to like point the area out to him, and so that he might be able to pick up something that I don't see, just knowing that that's where he was?
Yeah, I think that's reasonable, right? Because you can point detect magic saying like, hey, I see it here. I see him standing here. And then we'll see if Paul can start picking up extra clues off of it.
And let's be honest, somebody running at a full sprint is unlikely to not leave some sort of track.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that'd be a physical trace. I mean, I also have detect magic, so it's not like I'm not familiar with the school.
Oh, perfect.
I just, would rather not waste the slot if we can do this the way that you're suggesting. That would be great.
Yeah, Adelaide would just be, pointing out specifically, he was here, here, and here, so that
I think I see.
Yeah, you have proficiency in investigation. I don't even need you to make the roll. You can start
Very
picking
nice.
up, as you look a little bit closer. Like, sure, there's a bunch of dust and still movement just from the natural wind, but yeah, you notice the holes in the ground are pretty big. Like, even when you're sprinting, right, you're probably going to make a bigger imprint on the ground. But based on the size well enough, it probably was a very large human
Yes.
or a giant. Or
I
a
think I
Goliath.
see. I think I see what you're talking about. It's definitely difficult to make out here in front of the mine where there's so many tracks, but yes, this way. And Paul starts to walk with his fox.
Yeah, you start, forming the tracing. Even with the area where it looks like the mysterious assailant has paused, you could definitely see a bigger imprint in the ground, like he rotated or she rotated their feet.
And they went off towards you said the southeast?
Southwest.
Southwest.
And then Adelaide, as you notice, it seems to be that they start running, and then suddenly there seems to be gaps between the step by about 25 to 30 feet each gap. So it seems like the person's taking incredibly long strides.
Right.
And then let me get to a city map here for a second.
Did I leave Kai behind, or did I just not put him down? I don't remember.
I don't think you ever put him down. I think
Okay.
you left him behind in the
You think you left
I know I
the
left him
town
behind
hall
with
area.
Parak?
Farouk's kids at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Left with Parak and Yafiel.
You're currently carrying him like a house cat.
If I know Parak, she is riding Kai.
Oh, probably.
So yeah, if you want to continue investigating the path, I can give you a short summary of what happens.
Sure.
So you eventually get it to the city gate, because the city gate's not that far from. Here, I'll just put a snap picture because I know this map takes forever to load. And then I will put it in the Discord. So as you basically rush towards the city gate, and then it looks like it kind of just runs off down the trail from here. And then it kind of just tapers off. The steps get fainter and fainter as it gets farther and farther away from the mine. So whoever it was basically ran out of town towards the south.
Well, what's south of here?
Well, if we bring over the map, right? You are, I think it's a shift? Yeah. Taking the southernmost route either gets you to Zilhar or Burkan. I mean, technically you could take the southernmost route and you could run really far, then like go to the Underdark or go to the Ruin. But the most direct route, the southern route, takes you basically to Zilhar.
Yeah, okay. Well, I guess we'll return to the group.
That may have taken a while, so I don't know if Baruch or Tool had any, or Babar had any questions in the meantime.
Tool's gonna inspect the well, considering what he found in the last well that he went down in.
I only bring the good news that you found water.
Ooh, goody.
The well is working.
Need to be sure.
Babar has his hard hat on, and he's still trying to clear away rubble. He's just punching the rocks, Chris Redfield style.
Yeah, it's a Sisyphusian task that you're doing over here. As you hear Kanaz
One must imagine Sisyphus happy.
Yeah, I don't think that guy was happy if I remember the story. Unless you think, boy,
One
I
may
should've...
imagine.
Yeah, you're gonna get a
So
lot
we've
of wine.
So Sisyphus is now canon to the world of Aldea.
Mm-hmm.
I
There are
mean-
many mythological people.
I mean, we do have not Rome Hatsua. Or sorry, Mavor.
Not Rome, Mavor.
Mavor, right. Hatsua is
Yeah.
up in Turkey area.
Yeah. And you also have the not Greek Hellenians.
Yes.
So, probably more apt.
So as Tool's investigating, as
Mm-hmm.
Paul follows these tracks, I think Baruch will again just speak with the dwarves and just get as best a description or defining characteristic of the foreman Kaber.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to cast Sending.
Okay. Yeah, you get a pretty decent description of Kaber. You know, his skin complexion. He's a bit on the whiter side because he's just so indoors. He's the hardest working one in the mine.
I don't know why I'm rolling a d20 with
Oh.
the spell.
Oh, this is for like another plane, I think, right?
I don't know what that means. So I think it was
I
if I
think
rolled a natural 1, I couldn't use it, but I'm good.
Yeah.
You
I think
accidentally sent to his brother, Kawolf.
No.
Yeah, if it's on a different plane, yeah, you have to deal with it. But no, so you are able to send the sending because it's still on the same plane of existence. What do you say to Kabir?
Foreman,
You up?
we
You
noticed
up, RN?
Yeah, Foreman, we noticed the mine is collapsed. We are working on sending a rescue party. Stay together. There is worry of a saboteur.
Is that 25 words?
I don't think it was a 25. I think it was probably under that.
Yeah, it sounds close enough. The target recognizes it and can answer in a like manner. Okay. We're mostly okay. Got taken by kobolds. But they seem nicer than expected. Mine, not entrance.
Mine.
Find another way.
Okay. Yeah, he'll just nod. Shake his head a little bit, and then look at Elion and Yap Yap. Cabera's alive, as is the rest of the dwarves. I was able to reach him using a divination spell. That being said, they have been captured or otherwise accosted by kobolds, likely from the Underdark.
As you hear that, as you say kobolds, Yap Yap goes, "Woo, brothers!"
Do you happen to know this clan, Yap Yap?
I don't think so. My clan is from far, far away. I thought I was only kobold.
Well, turns out...
You see Elion roll his eyes a little bit. Sorry, say it again?
I said, well, it turns out, Yap Yap, you are not alone in this world. I guess congratulations are in order.
You see Elion put his palm to his face. Oh, I didn't want to have this conversation now.
Either way, he informed us, obviously, that the mine entrance, it's unsalvageable at this point. We need to find another way to the mines. So, I say we... tonight, we search through the ancient maps and cartographers' archives, see if there are any maps or knowledge of this entrance to the northwest. And come morning, once the day of rest has completed, Indigo, we take you to the Avrim ruins, see if we can gain you access, if it takes a short amount of time. Then the rest of us make for the Underdark entrance and rescue our companions and soldiers before kobolds or whatever accost them further.
You see Indigo nod affirmatively. Yeah, just don't be disappointed if I can't open the ruin initially.
I'm only disappointed if you continue to tell yourself that you won't be able to. Have faith in your abilities. We shall too.
It'll be easier to explain when we get there. But sure.
All things are possible with the Allfather's will.
He's about to say something, but he just holds his breath.
I figured.
I'll get the preparations going.
Perfect.
So we'll kind of go off. Meanwhile, I got Elion. Yap Yap is dancing around with glee. Like, you know, he found the best things in sliced bread. Elion just looks over to Baruch while Yap Yap is just having the time of his life. You ever been in the Underdark before?
I have not had that particular pleasure, no.
Well, let's just say you want to bring a lot of light down there.
I assumed that was par the course for the name, being the Underdark. But...
well, bring plenty of supplies and be ready for some surprises.
You are bringing much surprise.
Well,
They will not see us coming.
Fear not, my friend. We are Majestic Warriors of the Queen herself. If there is anyone who can handle their way through the Underdark, we can.
Well, as long as you all come back in one piece. Even the environment down there is spooky. Much less the creatures, even worse, some of the people. The kobolds seem to be the nicer ones. Don't mean to... If you see a dark dwarf, you have mine and Kanaza's and Othni's personal justification to kill them on sight.
We just got the racism pass, guys.
Some dark advice.
Some Underdark advice.
Oh my god.
Even the
Can
past.
we
you
get
can't escape
more
that jokes.
heavy-handed foreshadowing?
Worry not. Our very presence brings with it the light of the All-Father. We will purge these heretics from their sordid abodes.
Yeah, well, they've been down there for probably thousands of years.
And not
Told.
one day longer.
Let's hope so.
Shadow, just remember,
We bring them.
we are on a rescue mission, not a crusade.
I understand. But if they have supplanted our miners... Or subsumed? I'm tired. It's an S word.
The Dark Dwarves haven't done anything with the miners, to our knowledge. They've been taken by kobolds.
Correct.
Oh.
The dwarves
So
are...
okay, never
Eliana's
mind.
just telling us, if you meet any Dwergar, murder them.
I mean,
Correct.
but your own personal racism can come into play at any time. So
This is true.
Very-
This is true. This is that time, the time of like comical racism. Like not even like virulent. It's just like it's like Pokemon.
Comical rate.
The time we
The racism used to be a lot more fun. You ever seen like Hippocrates or Herodotus talking about like other races?
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's not like a racism thing. It's like basically describing a Pokedex entry.
Here are the Persians. I don't like them very much.
Guys, we've reached session 6 of this D&D campaign. The point where funny racism is where we're at.
I understand,
I don't know.
Master. Back on track. I'm back on track. I'm back on track.
You know, Baruch, Alian continues speaking. Maybe tonight over dinner, Harutz and I, maybe we have a nice discussion on, I guess, being prepared for the Underdark.
By all means.
I have
How
plenty
to
of
properly
experience.
measure a Durgar skull.
Well, it's not just the Duergar.
So,
There's lots of dark people down there.
oh my. So
So
I asked Shrek before the
Baruch looks
session.
angrily at him.
Yeah, I'm trying to steer the
Not-
ship away.
Not like you.
From the rocks. That is
We can explain it over
continuing to
dinner.
talk about. The
Paul,
race.
you have something to say.
Out of character, yes. Remember, I asked you who had dark vision? Turns out I do.
Oh, that's right.
And
Yes,
I
through
think I'm the only
Gloomstalker.
one.
You have Gloomstalker?
Yeah, you've got super dark vision. I thought it's like 120
Well,
feet.
if I had it before, I would have like 120 foot dark vision. But no, I only have 60 because he's basic human. So,
no, it's better than nothing.
but 60's not bad. I can
It's pretty
definitely
good.
shoot an arrow 60 feet.
It's better. It's better than literally all the rest of us. None of us have dark
Yeah.
vision.
Yeah. Wow.
Nope.
But half of you have like light on you, so I think that's find enough.
I don't have anything.
Yeah,
I don't have
I don't
cantrips.
think
I
anybody
can
has.
pass around some torches.
Yeah, you can light some fires with elementalism.
So is this going to be
Yep.
like every other campaign that I've ever played in? Now I have to go off on my own.
I'll come with you.
No, it's actually the
You
opposite.
shoot, I stab.
You have to stay nearby so that you can tell us when we're about to be ambushed,
Or I could go ahead.
and then we get ambushed.
Or can slither,
No. No,
along the
it'd be like-
ground.
It'd be like XP to level 3, where the rogue is basically whispering to the DM, and everybody's like, "What the hell are you doing?" Well, the rogue has actually already committed several war crimes in this town. I'm trying to complete the campaign. Shut up. So. In any case,
Baruch just
that was all
nods.
out of character. Sorry.
But yeah, Baruch nods to Elion. We can certainly have a discussion. Any and all information you have about the Underdark and its denizens would be more than welcome. As prepared as we can be, as I said before, this is a rescue mission. We would like to do this quickly, get in and get out. With our
That was my
dwarves
first
intact.
recommendation. The longer you're down there, the worse it gets.
Certainly. Hopefully, once we rescue our dwarves, there will be much safety in numbers. Likely hunters or creatures would not attack a party as large as ours.
You hear Elion just hold his breath. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Kind of looks a little downtrodden at it. Come on, you two. Let's get you to the guard. See if you can help them. Maybe you could help relieve some of the gate guardians. Oi, that'd be a lot better. Better than throwing rocks all day.
And Paul and Adelaide, please ensure Harutz and the rest of the guard have been informed of this mysterious person of shadowy abilities. We need to be on the lookout for anyone who could potentially have similar. Knowing that they are here to sabotage, we must be doubly ready.
So, Druid, and that's all we have?
We think it's a monk,
Or monk?
You
Yeah.
think it's a shadow monk?
Monk.
Yeah.
Shadow monk.
Shadow monk?
but based on your tracking, they left the city.
Right.
So we just want to make sure the guard is aware that there could be giant or
Bad
giant
people in the
kin
world.
that have shadow abilities. Just being on being
Okay.
aware that it exists.
Okay. Can do.
Big guy, shadowy complexion, shadowy fists.
I'm trying to keep it out of racism.
He's got shadow fists. He's away from the shadows mug, presumably. He's gonna be real.
I would like to say, as
like he doesn't moisturize.
as the white guy playing a black dude, I have not been racial profiling.
Oh fuck!
Okay, Robert Downey Jr.
Being a dude playing another dude.
Hey, that was ironic.
Dude.
Disguised as another dude.
I'm a lead from a motherfucker.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
That movie is a gold
Okay.
mine.
I'm off to tell the guards.
You have to tell the guards of informing it.
Something that they need to watch out for. This ought to be good.
So
Okay.
actually, as you tell the guards, there seems to be looks like a human and a Goliath guardian. I don't have the thing ready, but be relevant.
Oh.
So as you get to some of the guards, probably the Southern Gate guards, probably the most immediate one.
Right.
As you get to them, you have the Goliath actually talk to you. Yeah, I think I did see something that night.
Get out of
Well,
Get the
it
fuck
wasn't-
out of here.
Hold on.
Paul shoves him off
I
the
did-
wall.
there's no reward if you tell me you saw something. You know that, right? This is for
I
real.
saw something
You're,
strange. I'm not sure if it's the same
Okay.
thing that
we're,
you described to me.
One quick question: were you drinking?
Yes, but I don't see how that's relevant.
The silence.
You have silence.
A little.
Look, it's a little bit of happiness I get, okay?
All right. Noted.
It's the only way I can
What
feel
a
anymore.
Sad answer.
It's really that bad out here.
Ever since Linda left.
The Central Order won't give us anything anymore. We're forced to drink brake fluid.
Making torpedo juice.
Sorry, Shred.
Look, that's all good. So the guy continues speaking. Yeah, well, I thought I saw someone just walking down by the wall. Look, some people like to wander outside the gates at night, Sometimes a drunkard. I just figured it was another drunkard. But
This
Really
Can't
enough,
just
this
call
drunkard was
himself a
covered in
drunkard?
umbral energy.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
he's saying he thinks that another guy walking outside the city gates was a drunkard.
Oh, okay.
Really enough, he was running at the speed of sound and killing pedestrians in the way. Some sort of shadowy energy. I just thought he was really drunk.
Kind of looks like a hedgehog.
You had an M16?
Kept saying, gotta go fast.
Yeah, look, he was a. Look, I know the gates supposed to be closed at night. Sometimes, there's usually the occasional drunkard or two on the night, and they usually go out, and then sometimes they just take a nap in one of the houses over there. Points over in the distance. You see some housing outside the city gates. Yeah, and they just come
the
back
trap
the next
houses.
morning. Just come back the next morning and everything's fine. Yeah, I mean, it sucks to, live out there and have some, 9-foot tall dude kind of come in, but the people that live out there, I mean, it doesn't seem to bother them. At least I haven't heard anyone complain about it.
Easier if you just let it happen.
The civically sanctioned slums.
Yeah,
That's the drum tank. You don't have to spend money on the municipal government doesn't have to spend money on jail drunk tanks if you can just have them sleep in some dude's house outside.
Yeah, anyways, I thought it was super weird that kind of just paralleled the wall till I couldn't
Yeah.
really see him.
And the how words. Can you describe the size of the person? What clothes they had on?
9 feet tall, Goliath American.
Yeah, he's probably a Goliath. I mean, he's got the build, he's got the height. I mean, don't get me wrong, I just never heard of a human that seems to be like 8 plus feet tall.
Name
Well,
was
there
Yao
is this-
Ming.
Well, there's this one really tall lady in the city. But
No, that's fine. You don't have to do a comparative analysis. I'll take your word for it that he probably was a Goliath.
yeah, it's probably Goliath. Seemed to be wearing oh, what is it? It's like a robe, I think. Yeah, it's like a cloak, not just a robe. Something that-
Okay.
Yeah, it has like a hood on it. 'Cause
Okay.
that's the thing. Like I thought he was drunk at first because he was kind of leaning up against the wall, sort of thing. But then
Any weapons that you noticed?
no, I didn't see any weapons on him. Seemed yeah, no weapons. Yeah, he seemed pretty fit, like muscular. Or at least the little bits I can tell from how his cloak went
More
about
so
him.
than you would have expected a Goliath to be?
I mean, yeah, you could call me fat too, man, but
Hey. Oh,
yeah,
wasn't
he's
doing that.
yeah. I mean, it seems pretty. He gets his food, yeah, but and he also
Okay.
yeah. I mean, not too like he's not okay. I'm not sure if you ever been to like Kyler or Zilhar, but there's definitely some Goliaths over there that they take too many magic potions and then like they have like an 8-pack or whatever. He's not
And
like
their
that.
balls shrink.
They eat a lot
Start
of
yelling at
performance enhancing pancakes.
Yeah, they even douse some of that stuff. Yeah, on their food, in their bread. It's
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah, I heard it. Yeah, I heard it does not so great things to the. It just gestures down. Look, man, I don't take that stuff. That's just too expensive. But yeah, he seems to be relatively well fit, bald.
And no weapon. Oh, and he had his cloak hood down, and he was bald. Okay.
Yeah,
good.
and then he put his cloak on and couldn't really get a good look at anything else.
So out of character, is this guy describing a path that I tracked?
Well, the way he describes it is it gets enough out of the gate. I'm going to gesture here for a second. So this is the gate over here. And from what you can tell, there's towards the end, like it kind of just disappears. And the way he's articulating it is that at some point, he seems to be paralleling the wall. Right? It's like this is like the city wall.
So as if this was the same person that I tracked, he led a false trail away from the gate.
I think you could deduce that, yeah.
That doesn't speak highly of my tracking skills, but okay, let's keep going.
Well, it like literally disappears off there at some point. And then he's like, yeah, the guy, the Goliath guard, basically, is like, yeah, I only saw one person that night. Last night. It was pretty weird.
Okay. I don't suppose you followed him very far.
I mean, I try to look at it best I can, and then I just assumed he'd find another house to, crash on.
Well, you've been very helpful. I must commend you for your fine guard duty.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Just don't tell Natora. I was having wine on the job again.
Oh, no worries, friend. And he reaches into a pocket and flips the guy a gold piece.
Ooh, his eyes light up.
Yep. Just take it slow and keep your eyes sharp. He walks away.
As you're walking away, hey man, how come I don't get money when I tell people stuff? That's because you're not good at your job.
Goodness.
I would like to reinvestigate the trail that this guy describes, if possible.
Yeah. Let me up the roll. Let's go with investigation. We're rolling a lot of investigation tonight.
And is there any reason that I would get advantage?
No, but I wonder, can you do a plus anything? Can you add yourself a +2?
I
Because of
think I
previous
already
success?
get that. It should be adding it.
I think when you go to do the roll, it'll ask for a situational bonus, and you can just type in 2.
No. Roving. What is roving?
Movement speed.
Yeah, I can't think of one specifically for like investigation type of.
All right.
I don't know.
well,
It sounds like Vashin really wants Trans to have advantage.
16.
16 isn't bad.
I think it's pretty good. Yeah, as you got to the last spot where like the trail ran dry, it basically seems to end in the middle of a street. And as you could tell, you don't have a good. It has obstruction from the city wall. I'm gonna try my best to draw it. So you have the city wall. No, that I need to do freehand. So you have the city wall. You basically have a house, and then you have the location where it's dry, where the trail runs dry. And then you notice a little bit, very faint, of it kind of walking it back. Then it still gets ever and ever fainter. It's pretty hard. But yeah, there is a spot where something happened. And then it seems to make the trail much, much, much drier. For basically starting to parallel the wall. At that point, the trail comes so infinitesimally small, it's kind of guessing where it's like, oh, is it going like this way? Is it kind of going this way? And somewhere parallel to the wall.
Okay.
But yeah, seems to be something happening behind a house over there.
Is there another guard post towards the east that might?
Yes,
have seen
there
this
is.
guy? Yeah, I would like to.
Yeah.
Talk to them as well.
Yeah. So on that guard post, you see a female elf, and then you also see a gnome male.
What wonderful diversity they have in the guard corps here. I like it. Hello. Good. What time of day is it?
It's about 4 p.m. because it's been about
Oh,
an hour with all the investigation and
afternoon.
stuff. Yeah, it's in the afternoon.
I'm
Yeah, they're
Paul.
Hi, Paul. You see the tall elf? My name is Miriam. and my name is Izzy. So you got Miriam and Izzy as the two guards. Yeah, I seem to be conscripting everyone for guard duty these days.
Well, good to meet
Yes.
you both. I am investigating. There was a mine collapse just over yonder, and we think that there might have been some foul play. Would you happen to have seen anything last night? Say, someone walking near the wall towards you from the west? Taller Goliath, perhaps. Heavy set. Muscular
set.
build, I should say.
Big muscular Goliath. Well,
Hugging
me,
the
a lot.
wall.
Hugging the wall.
Hmm.
You see Miriam more in thought. Well, kind of looks on over atop
Go
of the
ahead,
wall.
it's okay.
Kind of looks over, kind of seeing down. Yeah, last night it was normally pretty quiet. I heard there was something going down there, but I'll be honest, all I could see was kind of just amorphous blob of something. And then I tried to, get Izzy over here, raise a holler, and then by the time we were able to get some help to look over it, we kind of just saw nothing. It just stopped being there.
You're saying you saw something down there by the wall. You didn't know what it was?
Yeah, I mean, it was really dark at night. I could tell it was something big, and it was, I think, kind of like you said, muscular, Goliath-sized. I tried to keep an eye on it, and then, of course, the split second I look away to see if Izzy got any help, it just disappeared and everything went quiet.
Can you point to where you last saw it down there?
Yeah, it. She points down basically to a bush near the gate.
Anything strange afterwards this morning? Today? Nope.
I mean, aside from being punished for causing people to wake up for sleep for nothing, is why Izzy and I are still on shift for the past who knows how long.
Well, it's an important job that you're doing, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, no,
That you're being punished.
No, it's not your fault. At least someone else is willing to listen to hear the story. Yeah, I just don't like I'm getting punished with you either. We're all in this together. Yeah, I've heard that one before. You know, I was doing nice stuff in my shop, inventing all sorts of things, and then, well, Natora, or whatever his name was, like, let's put him on guard duty. We need more guards. You gnomes are all good at this, right?
You say you were an inventor?
Yeah. Do all sorts of little contraptions. Mostly
Really?
fun stuff.
Oh. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I appreciate you asking. Yeah, I make all sorts of little tinkers and little idols, fun things to put around the house.
Well, if you have a collection, I'd be happy to look. I might be in the market for something like that.
Well, let me at least get off the guard duty first before I can show you it. But yeah, that'd be good. It would definitely keep my mind off of these kind of gestures everywhere, things going on around here.
Well, I appreciate the information just the same. And here, consider this a down payment, and he flips a gold piece to the gnome.
Ooh. There was one more thing I guess Miriam may have forgotten to mention. You see Miriam kind of just resting, kind of exhausted on the corner of the wall. Like, obviously inside the wall, but kind of just sitting exhausted. She's very tired. Yeah, I was rushing over for it. I did see some Goliaths kind of get a little excited about the whole thing, and I swear there was some walking going over towards the temple. Or at least that seemed to be the direction of where I heard some walking. That wasn't from the guards. Got a great sense of hearing. Sorry, the Temple of the Allfather. Sorry, I forgot there's 2 temples in the city. Yeah, the Temple of the Allfather.
I assumed, but you're saying this... the first Goliath that Miriam saw, that you tried to raise the alarm for, was perhaps joined by others?
I wouldn't say joined by others like on the outside, but there seemed to be some small Goliath group inside the city that seemed to be pretty excited about whatever happened, like in a cheering manner.
Where?
Oh, somewhere deep in the 2 Crowns district.
You heard that out over everything going on inside the city?
It's pretty quiet at the middle of the night.
Okay.
Yeah, and I recognize the Goliath's laughter anywhere.
Interesting. Okay, well, I have the location that you last saw the singular Goliath outside the wall.
Yeah, and then I heard some distinct stepping of. I presume is a Goliath, could be the same one, just kind of walking towards the citadel near the Temple of the Allfather.
Mhm. Well, again, you've been very helpful. I appreciate it. And to the both of you, I wish you good health.
You see Miriam, the Saboteur, just gives a thumbs up. Can't wait for the shift to be over.
Thumbs up from the elf. Got it. Well, I'm gonna go search for a trapdoor.
Yeah, roll me. Hold on, let me prompt it.
Would-
roll.
Adelaide is are you still tagging along, or are you back at the?
I could be.
You could be, yeah, if you want to.
I bet we could tag team it and find something, or at least he's gonna search first, of course. Where Miriam pointed to where she lost him, to see if she can find similar tracks again. Maybe pick up the trail again.
Okay.
and
I could do that.
If that goes well, hopefully it goes to what I think will be a secret entrance past the wall.
Yeah. So, if I understand it correctly, and we'll get back to Baruch and friends in a moment. So, are you looking for the tracks, or are you looking for the secret wall?
Yes. Let's start with the tracks, because I believe it will make the second search easier if that's indeed what it is.
Roll me an investigation check.
I'm sure
I
that your
don't-
investigation is higher than mine. Could I instead give Paul advantage?
Yeah, I think I should be fine. I can't delete you for making a roll, but
That's fine.
Ugh.
Oh, womp womp.
15. Yeah, okay. So you see the tracks, and the tracks seem to get fading more and more. There's definitely the bush,
So
and then
can I ask a rules-based question?
Yeah.
So most of the time when I've had to roll tracking with like a ranger type character, I've been rolling survival for checks like that. Would it be okay if I did that?
oh yeah, 100%.
'Cause that's a bit better for Paul.
That actually makes enough sense. Let me give you survival then, and then you can roll with advantage because you have Adelaide helping you.
Much better.
Hey.
Nice. Yeah, 24. So it seems like as time has gone on and on since whatever happened in the mine, right? Like the farther the distance you're tracking this monk, the more faded the steps are. You're still able to track them, but it is starting to get pretty difficult at this point. You do notice there seems to be another surge, for lack of a better phrase. I'm just gonna figure out what. Of an illusion spell at the bush. And then there's a little bit of tracking, and then it's a very slow path on the wall. And from there, I think you can both roll me perception checks. Let me prompt it.
Oh, I'm really good at that.
Yeah, let's see if you can find the. It looks like and there's some kind of marking on the wall. It's like trying to push for a hidden entrance.
Ugh.
So you both eventually see it, but Adelaide, you definitely see it first.
Mhm.
Near the gate, there seems to be like a little hatch, for lack of a better phrase. But when you push the hatch, it actually prompts like a step to get on first. And then from there, once you get onto the step, there is a potential for like a little crack in the wall.
Oh, we found the crack! We found the crack! Man!
Yeah. It had to be me.
And so, yeah, it looks like maybe from
What
a
else
battle
got it
long
wrong?
ago, there was some kind of damage to the wall. You could move away the stone. And then there is a decent-sized hole you can squeeze yourself through. The Goliath could basically barely squeeze itself through. It looks like it's more for the size of a human at best. Although it's interesting that whoever fell in there, Base was able to put the rock or the stone back in front of it.
Right.
But yeah, you were able to get through a little bit into the wall, and then as you're able to squeeze on in, you're eventually able to pop out to the other side. Wherever this is for, it seems to be, I would say, almost like a tailor-made entrance. Because if you thought it was for humans,
This
right,
hole
it's a
was
bit-
made for me.
Yes, this hole was made for probably whoever entered through it. Because it was made for like dwarves and gnomes or someone like really small. Like the stepping stool thing is a huge, massive inconvenience for it.
Yeah.
But it was made for like purely like Goliaths in mind, is a very narrow passageway for a Goliath to sneak through. A monk? Perhaps, if they have mastery of their body. But it's possible. Or maybe it's just one really eccentric human.
Well, Adelaide, we could keep following this path, but I think we're getting closer to finding someone who might not want to be found. What do you think we should do at this point?
Well, on the one hand, I believe that having backup would probably be a good idea. But that being said, we may lose our lead if we go find the others now. So
I'm willing to continue with you. I trust you, and the All-Father will protect us.
I appreciate that trust, and I've got your back. So if you wish to press on, then I'm with you.
Okay. Paul puts his nose to the ground, so to speak, and he continues to try to find more tracks if he can.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's
And-
switch over
and-
to continue.
If we can wait to talk about what this does after we go and see what the others are doing, but I will say that as we push forward, Adelaide is. Let's be fair. I think that the detect magic that I cast earlier is probably long gone by this point. So, unless you want to be really nice and allow me to have retroactively ritual casted it again, I can just use the spell slot to get detect magic back up.
I assumed you were ritual casting it and kind of just maintaining.
Okay,
the ritual
great,
cast.
perfect. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And then just out of an overabundance of caution, just to make sure that there is no funny stuff, I'm going to do the paladin thing and open up my divine sense as well.
Ooh.
Okay. As a bonus action, it doesn't cost a resource; it just costs a bonus action.
It's one of my channel divinity.
Okay.
So
Celestial
it's
fiends.
my
are
last one.
undead. Okay.
But we can talk about that after if you want.
Yeah, let's talk about that after, because it's going to be relevant on where you're going to cast it. So,
Yep.
Switching over
Nice.
to Baruch, Babak, and Tool. I think I saw from the earlier chat you might want to start raiding the city archives for any cartography of the Underdark.
Yeah, not illegally at all. Basically.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he's.
I assumed legally.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I would say Baruch at least is doing that. Tool and Babar can join if they would like, but they also can, it's not necessary.
We can pursue the illegal route.
I mean,
You don't say that out loud, man.
one of us
That was
should
out
just
of
stay with
character.
Baruch to make sure that nobody gets him while he's nose deep into the archives.
Yeah, the archives are basically by the town hall. Most of the important documents are in the town hall. for checking out. So yeah, as you get through to the archives, so you have there's probably 2 relevant people. Let's find Elion. And then you're gonna need, where is, not the caravan, good old Aeretz. Okay. So as you start basically going through the archives in the town hall, Harut's like, Elion, it is good to see you. How are the kids? Oh, the kids are doing fine. And, where's your little kobold friend? Oh, yeah, I forgot, he looks over to Baruch. Yeah, he has to take a nap after all that excitement. He wasn't the only kobold.
Fair enough.
Oh, it's all good. What brings you here so early?
We're in
Well-
need of maps, Aeretz. Anything that might depict a connection from the alum mine to some sort of ingress from the surface through the Underdark.
Kind of just looks at you, a little slack jaws, eyes dilate a little. Oh.
We stopped over at the mine that was collapsed. We have a strong sense that it was sabotage. Some large being with abilities beyond normal ken sliced straight through the rock and caused the entrance to collapse up to 35 feet deep. There's no getting through that section without weeks of work crews. So we need another route to get to our soldiers and dwarves trapped below. I was also able to speak with Foreman Kabir.
Oh, you were?
Yes. The Allfather has blessed me with abilities to speak beyond sight, as it were. They are safe in as much as can be, though they were accosted by a clan of kobolds who seem to be either paying them hospitality or relocating them somewhere deeper in the Underdark. We are not sure which, but Kabir did not seem agitated, just wary.
What did I say? Call the kobolds hospitable. I think the better word might be mercenary. You see Elion nod.
Fair enough.
But
we're also we're also speaking of what, a couple 100 dwarves armed with mining apparel and equipment. That's
the ones working that night. It was, or like 50-ish.
But they did have guns.
What's
Wait,
a gun?
out of character. My understanding is that there were like hundreds of dwarves that we were trying to save here. There's only 50?
Oh, by miscommunication on that one. So there's probably about 50 or so that are working actively in the mine at that time.
Okay.
That late at night.
So where are the rest of the defenders? Because I believe when we...
They're conscripted into the city guard, and
I think it was more that the most important ones were in the mine.
Okay.
If I recall.
That was what I was trying to get at.
I think, because I remember we talked about it, like the city at its highest is going to have, what, maybe like a couple hundred defenders, maybe close to 1,000, and so I was assuming this was like 30 to 40% of that, but this is fine.
Right. This is the author has trouble with scale sometimes.
No worries.
Component.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah. So Yes, about 50 or so, but they are basically the most elite. The one guards that are basically assigned around everywhere, um, they're not as elite. So what would take one of these dwarves probably takes about 2 or 3 of lesser dwarves or other guards people.
Damn economy. All these guys
Damn.
gotta be working at 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Flat track bully and miner all at one.
Yeah, the dwarves are hardworking people.
Niders
Yeah.
at $200 a gallon at the moment.
Yeah, each one of those drawers probably worth 5 or 6 fighting men. We'll need every one we can get because goddamn goblins. They just come out of the walls, they come out of the cracks, they come out of the ground. Heck, I wouldn't surprise me if goblins started falling from the sky at this point.
And
Yes.
on
Anyways.
cue, a goblin falls from the sky.
It is a tactic I have considered in the past, yes. Using goblins and catapults in combination could be a costly but certainly effective way of getting troops within a wall. But regardless.
So you have heard the
Last
story of
early
King
test
Gav.
did not go very well. Would advise against this course of action.
Yeah, the Siege of Zilhar was, well... Anyways, another story, another time. Underdark, I think is what we're here for. Underdark
Yes.
maps. Well, I got some bad news for you on that front. We have some maps, but the Underdark's a pretty difficult region to chart. It's less about how dangerous it is, although it is fairly dangerous. It's a bit more that lots of parts of the Underdark kind of don't connect with each other. Or at least not easily, is the good description. So here, let me pulls out one of the scrolls. So, here's one that we think we have. It's a very simple map. So we got... Here, we're gonna ping up here to the... I think it's shift. Am I doing it right? Were you in the upper left-hand corner?
Like to move the screen.
Yeah, move the camera.
I think it's shift and ping. It might be control and ping. I don't remember which one.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, it's not great detail. So, like, we are here. And then the mine basically kind of shoots out in all sorts of directions. There's definitely the biggest spoke goes up through here. And then we know there's one connection way up here. And then it's pretty small. I hope you weren't thinking about fitting a horse through there. It's some parts that get pretty tight pretty quickly. Hope you like walking. And then go down. And this starts getting a little murky. There's like a lake here. It's kind of like waterfall. Like there's water going through. Now the rumor is then there was a chasm over here. Right? I think we put a bridge up here, if I'm not mistaken. Although, lost a few good people that day. And then what I'm told is there's supposed to be, I don't know, what do you call it? Abandoned city? Abandoned town? Look, it's going to sound crazy. But many years ago, we were able to capture one of the dark people down there. I think it was an elf. They have a special name for it. We just call them dark elves. Drow? Maybe it was Drow.
Yes, that's what the records have called them. Past, yes.
Yes. Well, when I'm told, the whole reason this whole Underdark even begins with was basically a place of safety from basically the ancient evil empire. Avram, I think, is what Indigo was talking about.
Go on.
And they just hid down there. And they basically just became antisocial jerks. Even after the Avram fell, they're basically hate anyone coming from the surface because they think people from the surface are gonna steal their stuff.
Yes,
Something
again,
like that.
that is what the reports have said about the Drow. They are certainly a tetchy and warlike people. Ideally, we will avoid them at all cost. Again, this is a rescue mission, not a sightseeing or conquering one.
Well, now that we're here, kind of gestures over a little bit more. There is what we think is a raider dark people fortress somewhere over here near this chasm. But that's where we think it's somewhere over there. We're not exactly sure. Like I said, we're not sure this is to scale. It's very easy to get lost down here.
Certainly.
And then the kobolds. Look, these kobolds I heard are new, but I don't know. I don't keep up with the kobold politics, for to say. All I heard is they're new residents down there for something. I don't know what brings a kobold underground. Normally, all the kobolds are over yonder Burkan. So why they ran all the way over here and hid underground, I don't know. Maybe they have a feud to pick with the dragon. Seems very
I believe the
un-kobold-like.
operative term is Chinese.
From a historical perspective, would Baruch know anything about how, like, different dragons used to subjugate kobolds, or were the actual source of how they were created and bred? Is that true to this world, or?
Roll me a history check.
Okay. $26.
Yes. So a kobold roughly is most dragons when they lay their eggs will create kobolds. It's basically only when through some arcane ritual will a dragon create a dragonborn or another dragon. Most of the time by default the creation is a kobold.
So these
Are you
are the...
telling me the kobolds are dragon miscarriages?
No, they're dragon. They're
Well-
dragon ant drones, or bee
Yeah.
drones.
That's basically the equivalent of that. I mean, they're pretty intelligent for drones, but yeah, they're more often than not drones.
From what the history books have written of kobolds and their relationship with dragons, they are... Well, let's say they are grafted or bonded with certain dragons, which can potentially make them fanatic and or resistant to serving another. It's very likely whatever this clan is has no lost love for Ishat.
I guess there's one explanation. I know Elian's told me a couple of times that they've also done this for dragons to expand their dominion, so Harut's kind of shrugs.
Either way, this group of kobolds seems to have our dwarves. If nothing else, I can speak with them if they are willing to hear terms. Perhaps we can barter and parley for the men we've lost. If not, we'll figure out another way.
Yeah, well, I guess there's one thing the kobolds make me more worried than the underground peoples. The kobolds are really good about making traps. Just as you get closer, just be very wary of where you're stepping.
I think that goes for any expedition into the Underdark. but we will keep it in mind, certainly.
Yeah, the Duragar and the Drow. And there's a gnome version too. I just can't remember what the gnomes are. I can't remember their name.
I believe
They're more of
the deep gnomes.
that can't be their name. That's just too simple.
I believe the name.
Just sure, let's
on the nose, yes.
I
Let's
believe
call
the
them
name,
deep gnomes.
I believe the name they gave themselves was the Snifferbliblin, but deep gnomes is what they're commonly known as.
All right. Well, the sniffle people. I guess they're more of an ambusher than a trapper. I guess that makes sense. Like I said, you probably could. Elian, how would you negotiate with a kobold? You give them a good deal. They're surprisingly amenable to the idea. They're not like the Duragar, who are...
Yes. We've spoken of them. We understand.
I'm not sure I could... Okay, I'll just say it as plain as I can. The Underdark people think they are superior to everyone on the surface. And they think that some kind of second judgment's going to come on the surface, and they will inherit what's left of Aeretz from that second judgment.
So they are mortals. Prejudice and self-heroism or self-aggrandizement is part of mortality since the dawn of time. We can find some way to barter with them. I'm certain we can provide at least some sort of amenable solution.
Kobolds are hit or miss on that one. Definitely wouldn't try that with the Duragar.
Noted. May I keep this map?
You shall give them no quarter. But for the kobolds, perhaps we give them many quarters.
They do like shiny things, after all.
That I do.
That is true. Oh yeah, and I guess the more important thing, it's on the flips to the backside of the map. Yeah, there's probably a few creatures you probably should know about the Underdark. Let me see, what are some of the more interesting ones? I'm sure you're familiar with some of these, at least with stories. You've probably heard of the gelatinous cube.
Yes.
You know, the giant... Yeah, the giant block of ooze that eats people up.
They are used as seasoning in some cuisines. They do a good job tenderizing meat.
Ooh. Oh yeah, be careful about this one. So... Elian, can you, I don't know, help me look to see if you got any pictures for some of these things. Somewhere in the archive.
Trust me,
If,
I've likely read of them. I am the, lead archiver of most of Shekinah's history records.
well, there's one in particular definitely should be afraid of, and that's the Screech Bat. That one seems to be unique to this region of the Underdark. Like the other ones, gray oozes, rust monsters, zombies, carrion crawlers. Ugh.
Cave fishers, umber hulks. Yes, there's old denizens down there.
Yeah.
I have also heard tell of sentient stalactites.
Yeah. There's all sorts of. Seems like every foot. Sorry, there's a. It's reminiscing me on a few people that we lost trying to get all this information. So I hope you understand That's why I'm not a huge fan of expanding the mining operation so quickly, because I don't want them to have access to the city. We're thankful that the only known entrance for us is several miles north of here. Where was I? Oh yes, the screech bat. So it's a giant bat. It's you think, oh, it's just a giant bat, it's not a problem. Well, the bat, bless the ancient Avram people, I think they made it, decided, let's give the bat a screech that could turn you asleep.
This sounds counterintuitive.
Yeah, we thought it was weird too when it was screeching so loud that one person just took some Z's. We thought, oh, they're just, a little incapacitated, nothing too much. And then they just wouldn't wake up. We had to shake one awake.
Overloading their neural senses, I suppose. Yes.
Well, clearly designed by Shar himself. Because we lost one of the dwarves on that bridge down there. Because the bat flew over and caused him to fall asleep, and he fell asleep right off the chasm.
Luckily, we are well equipped with a crew who can deal with that. We'll bring countermeasures just in case. I'm sure a bit of cotton or wool in the ears can help lessen or deaden the sensation.
Yeah, that would do. Yeah. Especially in the open areas. They sometimes also fly out at night too, but you only seem to go after where old Avram ruins are. Well, if you happen to see any dead people, I guess you could take their stuff too. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff I mean, they're not going to use it, they're dead.
That is standard scavenger methods, so of course.
Well,
But as I said,
surprised what you can scavenge.
I am hoping to not be in the Underdark for long. A day, maybe two at most. We retrieve our warriors, we return.
Yeah, we think, based on the map, this is all connected. But from what Elian has told me from the past, it seems like, in the grand scheme of things, the Underdark's not really connected at all.
Thankfully, we are blessed with a companion with an orb that allows us to know which direction we are traveling at all times. Is that not right, Tool?
The orb of direction. Still have it here.
It will be incredibly helpful in a place where direction means nothing. It will keep us guided to our right location. Ideally, we will find our way to our dwarves and return with little, hopefully, little consequence or problem. But yes, this is all good information. Any more that you have, please bring to me at my quarters. I will spend the evening studying it so that we will be well prepared for the morning.
Yeah, will do. Don't want to lose anyone else down there.
That is the plan.
Circling back over to Paul and Idrei. So as you get closer to where the steps, and it seems to be where this house is, kind of like as the map describes, they're all kind of bunched together. It's not like
hey,
it's
Shred.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to ask before we got too deep into anything. Well, hold on. Let me ask a rules question first.
Yeah.
What is the what is the rule about being able to speak with my mount? Like, can I talk can I talk to Kai right now or issue commands to Kai?
That's a good question. What's the spell? Find Steed?
Fairly sure
Uh,
that's
creatures
Summon
that-
Steed.
yeah. I think
Yeah,
there's
finds-
a range limit.
Languages, telepathy 1 mile. I think you're within the telepathy range. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You'd be within a mile.
Okay. Because what I would have wanted to do, like when it became apparent that Adelaide was going to continue with Paul, down this creepy tunnel or whatever, she would tell Kai if she could to find Baruch.
Perfect. So we'll switch back over there for a second.
Baruch sits down, is in the library, and suddenly gets tackled by 2 tons of orange
Yep.
tabby.
Opens the door with the mouth and then just tackles Baruch.
I was gonna... Meow.
Yeah, and I was gonna
What's
say.
that? How they spell that
Meow.
Mow.
Meow.
Roar.
Roar.
Purr. Purr.
It's so creepy.
So Kai
So, yeah.
finds Baruch.
Kai finds Baruch.
Yeah,
And
the instruction would have been to find Baruch and lead him to where they are, hopefully.
Okay.
Yes, that would be appropriate.
Well, this is probably not the first time this has happened, so
I am sure it isn't.
Baruch will
Sounds like a Tuesday.
Baruch will feel Kai tugging gently at his robes. All right, Kai, give me a moment. Roots,
Roar.
Elion,
Meow.
please take these documents back to my quarters. Yofio will know where to put them. It seems other matters are, as always, calling for our attention. Tool, Baba, we are needed.
Yes, Fester.
Right away.
Because you guys can actually run fast, Baruch will mount Kai, so he'll be able to keep up.
Baruch will mount Tool. Who will then mount Babar. Who will then pick up Kai with his other hand.
I don't think I can carry
And just
all of
run real
that.
fast.
The wings are only so big.
We're taking 3
No, I'm
kobolds
saying
and a trench coat. to a new
Baruch
level.
rides Tool, and then Tool gets him on Bar, and then Babar picks up Kai with his other hand, and then just runs really fast.
Unless we can use a walk and tackle, though I don't think that would quite work.
I do think Kai can run faster than even Babar.
Absolutely, but this is funnier.
I mean, I can't argue with that.
But GM, funny.
Yes. Yes, honey. If you want to look at Cooligans rain downtown, I'm all for it.
Meow.
So yes, as you all running down, the town's pretty quiet today. I mean, it is a rest day after all. So, and most people are honestly pretty spooked about the whole, giant siege thing. So as you convene
Yeah,
together
pussies.
to the location where the house is, I guess, would that be a time where you'd put your divine sense, Adelaide?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you detect like a living fiend or undead, but any creature within 60 feet, no creature type. You also detect presence any that has been consecrated, or desecrated. I have to look up Hallow. Does it have? Okay, yeah. So as you get to the house, it looks like there's sounds like there's nobody there. It's pretty quiet. And the door is closed. But you do sense a consecrated object there inside. And then a little bit, very faintly, of fiendish work going on.
Fiendish what?
I would say fiendish work, like residue.
Okay.
Like, not like an actual fiend there, but something who's been in contact with something fiendish. I guess a little
Okay.
undead, now that we're here. Yeah, because they're both in equal proportions.
A pinch of undead, a dash of aberration,
Yeah.
a splash of ooze,
Actually,
And
you
a spoonful of sugar to make it all go down.
and Mary Poppins.
So I'm going to
y'all.
say a little bit of undead / fiend. Did I really spell dead? That good grief. Can't spell.
Jade.
Dead.
Jade. Lingering.
Right, you are, Governor.
Residual.
They've been undead since yesterdays.
Break out, you dead.
So yeah, doors closed. There's not really a window to this house. What do you all do? You finally arrive.
Molotov cocktail.
I'm assuming we've tracked to this
Yep.
point, but I would kindly ask that we had not walked up to a door.
Yeah,
I mean,
fair. You kind of know where it is.
yeah, it's so. I guess how close can we get to what is the obvious termination of the track, without looking obviously like we're showing up to a particular house or wherever it's going to be? Is there a way we can throw a stealth in before we actually get there?
Yeah. In that case, why don't I don't need Kai.
Or in character, actually, Adelaide. So I think whenever we get to the end of the trail here, my traditional role is usually as Overwatch. Do you wish me to come with you to, so to speak, kick the door in, or what's the plan?
I think that it would probably make more sense for me to go ahead and you be prepared to take anyone out from behind, so to speak, should it become necessary.
I find it's, especially in this area, I think I can get some height, elevation, maybe if that helps.
Okay, yeah.
So I will try to stealthily get a vantage either across the street or with a good view of windows if there are any.
Yeah, why don't you give me just a straight stealth check?
Mm-hmm. I don't know why it rolled with advantage.
That's fine. I think the first one was the higher number, so 15. Yeah, you're able to find a decent Overwatch. It's not great or anything, but you're at least able to basically go on some stairs and get onto a roof pretty quietly enough.
Okay. In this is a question for our DMs with an S. Is there a brace type action or bonus action in 24?
Brace as in like a ready to action, or brace as in
improve your attack score by spending an economy on a prior turn?
I
the only jumps to mind is the rogue one.
Yeah, rogues have steady,
Steady aim?
aim.
Dodge. Oh.
Steady aim is what? sorry,
Yeah,
what
it's a
I was
rogue
thinking of.
specific. I can't think of one for general
Okay,
use.
sounds good. Asked and answered.
Mhm. So yeah,
Paul will obviously Overwatch Adlai, and he will probably leave his Ghost Fox on the ground to sort of you know, serve as a a distraction should she need one.
Actually, would the fox be able to like run in ahead? And
Yeah.
because it would be like, because Adelai's stealth is not great, so I'm sure that the fox would be a better scout than Adelaide is.
That's not a bad idea.
Well, and I think it might make sense as well. Again, if it's just, it's not a like glowing fox. It just looks like this kind of little.
That's the token. Yeah.
Little ethereal fox, yeah.
Okay, but it might also work because the three of us are coming with Kai to see this little fox that they've seen already before. Would at least signal to Baruch, hey, they are nearby, probably close enough now for a message cantrip.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So having the
Also
fox...
remember, Paul, you can see through your fox's eyes if you cast that beforehand.
Right.
And it's at will, so it
I
doesn't
did not
cost a spell
cast.
slot.
It does.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's for
I did
free.
Yeah,
It's free. It's like an at will.
specifically
That's for the
specifically for the ring, you can cast Beast Sense at will without a spell slot, but only targeting the fox.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, let's do that then.
Yeah.
You just won't be able to
Beast-
see through its eyes if you cast another concentration spell.
Beast Sense is a somatic. Okay.
So he pets his ghost fox and gives it a good pat on its head for being such a good little boy, and now you can see it's through the fox's eyes.
Through the fox's eyes. Drag one ghost fox. So yeah,
Yep.
they're, like I said, it's a house with a closed door and no windows in it. So how's the
No
ghost
windows.
fox? Yeah.
Any vents near the roof or on the roof? And or any obvious holes along the foundation?
Why doesn't our illustrious Overwatch person give me a perception check?
Mm-hmm.
You almost think there isn't an access point, but yes, there is I guess you call it a chimney, for lack of a better phrase. It's a little bit of ventilation that the ghost fox be able to crawl on up and over, can use it to enter the building.
Let's do that.
All right, so you got the ghost fox, gets up, climbs up, gets into a very small ventilation shaft. Kind of skitters down because it is kind of a decent drop. You know what? We're gonna make the ghost fox do where is the skill? Can you roll that? Or do I need to roll that for the ghost fox?
I can click on it. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to roll its acrobatics?
Sure.
Okay.
Ugh.
It successfully lands without an issue inside. And what you can
That's
see
my
inside,
Physical dice.
yeah. What you see inside looks like a mess. Whoever was in there last was definitely in there at a rush. There's some scrolls just lying around. There's some jewelry inside. Doesn't look that
Is it-
fancy. It's like bracelets.
So give me
Mhm.
in tactical order here.
Yeah.
It's one room.
It looks like a room. Let's gonna draw this terribly. Let me. Okay, in the northeast side of the city, I'm going to draw roughly the shape of of the building. So you got a ventilation shaft here. You got the door over on the left side there. And it's basically one long room that kind of goes up and over.
That's it, like an L.
It's basically an L-shaped singular room.
And the door is right at the bottom?
And yeah, door's right at the bottom.
Okay. Yeah, can I draw? I can
Yeah.
draw, right?
Yeah, you can draw.
No. Freehand. Can he go over towards this wall and then peek that corner?
Yeah, peek that corner. There's a table over here. Looks like another disaster zone. Just scrolls and a little bit more jewelry. Clothes. Actually, there's a lot of clothes thrown around through here.
Okay. Back out to Paul. Paul will let the fox know to hide.
Okay.
And he will back out of bestial sight, and he will scan the area around the building to make sure that they didn't just miss somebody leaving.
Okay. Let's prompt another perception check.
Yep. Come on, good roll. Good, nice.
That's pretty good. Yeah, as you're doing your little sight and patrol, yeah, and you notice it kind of corroborates what you kind of saw with the fox too. It's pretty dusty. It's not there's not a whole lot of activity, at least in this part of the city. You might hear a few things over by like the Majestic Workshop. You know, a little bit of the Temple of Ishot. You know, there's definitely some hullabaloo going on farther away in the Two Crowns district, but in the immediate vicinity, no. Seems pretty quiet.
There's nobody around. Okay. All right. Well, he'll jump down or climb down and jog up to Adelaide. Excuse me. It looks like we just missed whoever was here. We probably can just check for traps and then kick the door in with little fear.
Should we wait until backup arrives? Kai should be bringing Baruch at least.
If you like.
Yeah. Then we can all, like, catch up to be together, just to make it easy.
Yeah, I think this would be the appropriate time.
We stand there trying not to look suspicious.
Yeah.
Whistling inconspicuously.
Don't be
As one does.
Kicking at the dirt.
Pretty sure the way you don't be
Picking your
suspicious is you just
fingernails.
start making out, right? That's what Captain America taught me.
Roll for psychic damage. Paul knows.
Jeez.
1d37 psychic damage.
So yes, you all finally catch up into that.
As they're approaching, again, we don't see the ghost fox, but I
You
assume
see them suddenly break apart. Oh, you're here.
Baruch will send off a quick
You're
message
both out of breath.
cantrip to Adelaide.
Straightens his hair.
But yeah, he'll send off a quick message cantrip to Adelaide. Adelaide, what's the status? What's the situation?
Am I limited on words for message,
You
or
may reply to
is
this
that
message.
just a sending thing?
That's
Yeah,
just
I
a
can
sending
reply
thing.
to this message.
It's within 120 feet, and there's no limit to the message.
Okay, cool.
It's because sending has like this global range that there's a
Yep.
limit.
Paul and I tracked the giant that apparently damaged the mine entrance, and it looks like we just missed him, but we were getting ready to kick the door in and see if they may have left behind anything incriminating.
Not a bad idea, though it will contaminate the site. They won't return to it if they know this place has been raided. But
Do you think that he will come back?
it's possible. But also, we have two options. We can
There were
secret-
scrolls and writing inside. Could be clues. More information.
Perhaps a delicate hand is warranted.
Look no further
Rags.
than these.
Plus, he has the right size foot
Indeed.
to blend in with other Goliaths.
Baba,
You actually
I'm a
have
master
like
of
normal
blending in.
shoes, or is it more rags?
Just to be clear, there's like a normal armored man under this. It's just the rags are on as like a form of disguise.
Also, I think your rags are still being worked on by
Yeah, I'm
the-
just a normal dude at the moment.
He's just a normal dude. Playing a normal dude.
No, normal. Sure.
Quote unquote. Yes.
Yeah, at that, Baruch will just give Babar the nod, and very, quietly as basically they're disseminating around into the alleyways nearby to be inconspicuous. Just message cantrips, Babar. Be discreet. Attempt to leave nothing. No footprints or other hints you are inside behind.
There's almost like an audible smile in his response. You know me. When do I ever leave anything behind?
Paul walks away immediately. I'm not going to be
The
associated
fireball
with
trap goes off. Thousand kobolds
It's
jump
like
out of the
backdraft.
house.
Oh no.
And as he's stepping toward it, I will throw him a bardic inspiration.
Hell yeah. Alright. I'm going to very, very gingerly, with, disconcerting grace for my big ass hands, just leaf through the items.
Oh, before I forget, so the door is currently locked. How are you gonna unlock the door?
I'm going to very, very gingerly pick the lock, but in a non-destructive way.
So
Sleight of hand.
can my ghost fox unlock the door?
I think that's reasonable. Yeah.
I'm in a very, very gingerly lift the ghost fox up to the door and just poke his head.
So
He gives the
The
ghost
fox is
box up.
inside.
So
Yeah.
hey,
I'm just imagining Babar starting to
Tactical
try to pick.
uppies.
But yeah, Babar's starting to pick the lock, and it just the door just opens, and it swings back, and the camera from the other side is just the ghost fox hanging for dear life on the other side of the handle,
Yeah.
scrabbling at the side of the door.
I did like the idea of magical uppies, but this is also good.
yeah. Either
So yeah,
way.
the ghost fox casually opens the door. Although it looks very comical that it basically has his entire mouth over the doorknob. And it's just hanging off of it.
I give it a little ghostly pat.
Open the
Excellent
door.
work, little one. Nor.
No, the door.
Nor. Nor.
By the way, Shred, you said that my divine sense had picked up a couple of consecrated objects before in
Yes.
this room.
Yes.
Adelaide would direct Babar to bring those back with, get those and bring them back with him if possible.
You're going to be the one grabbing them?
No, I want to like do I know where they are, or do I just
Yeah.
know that they're in there somewhere?
You know it's in there somewhere. You're gonna have to do a little bit of searching, but you don't have to do that far. You can see it's on the table.
The bar is going to do like a little. Are there like ceiling beams?
No, not really. It's just a stone house.
The balloon
How
frame.
big is
Look
this?
out, it could have
How
bad
big is this
wiring.
room?
How big is it?
Well, I was
For
thinking
you?
like if there's any sort of like floor related traps, I could just go on the ceiling instead. But remind me to find some slippers of spider climb.
I'll remember that next time.
Yeah, can I do a little investigation just to see if there's any sort of like traps, even if it's on the door itself before I open it?
I mean, investigation
Thank
check.
you. And see if I
Well,
need
the
the
door is
bardic.
open. The fox opened it.
Yeah, but just like around the frame or like any glyphs that I might not have. I have like a little hand mirror that I can poke in, like a dentist mirror.
If you don't want to use the Bardic Inspiration, you just click the X.
Yes, I'm wondering if a 12 is good enough though. Probably not. I'll use the bardic. I'll take a 16.
Yeah.
It was a DC 17. A fireball goes off. Oh no.
Well, as you look at the door and it's opened, you definitely notice some kind of magical enchantment just recently wore off the door. Now, if you want to, you can make an Arcana check to see if you can figure out what just disenchanted.
Yes, but first I'm going to relay this to Baruch behind me and be like, "Get back." But also Arcana check, yes.
Oh, I'm out of the way. I'm hiding in a alleyway somewhere.
Yeah, I'm with
I thought you were
him.
saying in a bucket. You're in a barrel. A lead-lined
Under a
barrel.
box. We're under
You're in a
cardboard
refrigerator, like Indiana Jones.
box. Like Solid Snake, we're in under a cardboard box.
Oh, god damn it. The rolls ain't rolling today, Chief.
Woof.
That's okay. You at least know it's some kind of abjuration spell that was there.
I will relay this to Baruch as well and let his big brain figure it out while I very stealthily make my way in. Taking care not to disturb anything, not even the dust on the floor.
Not even the dust. Yeah, there's just clothes and just random bracelets and whatnot everywhere. Some little
Ooh, shiny.
chest.
Ooh, shiny. Ooh, shiny. Yeah, I'm gonna look around the room and see if I can find these consecrated artifacts that were foretold.
Well, as you get to where the table is, you do see two different chests there. One seems to have some kind of bracelet that you sort of recognize, but it's not immediately jump into mind. And then you have a second one with another bracelet that seems a bit more familiar. Actually, one you probably wouldn't recognize. The other one you probably would recognize. It seems to be... You swore you've seen the second bracelet before. And they're both in little chests on the... And then you see a third chest that seems to be completely empty.
Interesting. Well, I'm gonna do a little. Do the chests appear to be locked?
No, they're unlocked and open. They just have the items
okay.
resting in it.
Can I do a little look-see?
Yeah.
Is there like anything? I'm doing another investigation. More closely on the chest.
Yeah, roll me an investigation check.
Rolling.
Rolling.
We're rolling so mid tonight.
Yeah, I'm just being real basic.
Me too.
So the one you don't recognize, nothing really pops in there. But the one you do recognize looks like, could have swore Baruch wore this before.
Jesus.
Starts
Sorry,
choking
I don't know
on
if you can hear me
dust.
coughing. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so dusty in here. Usually I have rags and rags and layers of rags to protect me against dust. Like terrible dust allergies. But no, the investigation check was more so to like check for traps on the chest or anything like that would give away. But yeah.
You don't
I'll
notice
palm.
any
Okay.
traps on the chest.
Emphasis on the U.
Correct.
Oh no. Well, I mean, I don't notice, so I'm gonna go and very gingerly pick it up.
Well, as you pick up the one associated that you swore you've seen Baruch roll before, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Boy.
Good. Whew.
My first roll above a
Woo!
12.
You are lucky. Nothing happens.
Is it nothing happens? Or is it I know that something was meant to happen, but it doesn't?
That the second one would be more
I feel-
correct. You definitely notice a
I
discharge
feel
of magic.
cold fingers stroking against the sides of my brain.
It's more like you swear you saw something for a second, and then you look at it again, and it just looks like a normal object. But you swear you saw some kind of little flash of darkness come from the necklace you remember seeing.
Not today, schizophrenia. All right. So there's that one, and then did you say there's another artifact within view?
Yeah, there's another artifact within view.
Is it inside of a chest as well?
It is also like the other item where the chest is open and the object's inside the chest.
Can I look a little bit closer at this one, perhaps with advantage due to having seen the darkness?
Yeah, maybe you'll look a little bit closer at it.
Hell yeah. Wait, sorry, with advantage or no?
Yes, advantage. I think that's fine.
Woo! Thank you, All-Father. Oh, yeah, just still a 10. At least my perception's better than my investigation.
Yeah,
Jesus.
you now barely notice. It's almost a little hard to tell because it's kind of a little dark in the room. But yeah, there's also definitely something ready to trip as soon as someone touching this this unknown bracelet.
Can I do a little thieves' tool check? Or is it more of a magical trip?
It's more of a magical check.
Can I do a mage tool check?
Do you have anything that would?
No. Actually, does something exist in the setting that would that basically works like thieves' tools, but for arcane traps and the like?
Yes, the ball of fluff
I think
in the
that-
room with you.
I thought the fox said no. Nah, Mabar wouldn't do that. He likes little fuzzy creatures.
I think you probably could use the thieves toolkit to do it, because I think the end goal basically be could you figure a way to trigger it and then not be in its effect. I think a thieves toolkit.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Go on.
Baba Boom?
Baba boom. Ooh. You want to like grapple it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna Batman grapple it to you.
I mean, yeah.
Well,
Get over here!
You can, yeah, it's an object. You know what? Give me a sleight of hand check, just straight on this one. See if you could like almost yank it to trigger it.
There we
Yeah.
They
go.
call me Yankee Doodle.
Yeah, as you think about it, you're like, wait, I got this. You use your grapnel and you sling out towards it, and then as you pull it, you definitely see some sparks fly off towards the ceiling. And then bring it in your hand, and it's just another bracelet.
Do I recognize this one?
No, this is the one you don't recognize. It does have some text in there talking about. Can you read it? That's the question.
Is it in
No.
Jive?
It is not in Jive. No.
Tell me some slack, Jack.
Sadly, it's not in Jive. So
Is it giant?
you know what? It is in Giant. If you brought it over, maybe to the person who spoke in Giant.
Babar.
I do speak giants.
Oh wait, that's right. You do.
That was the point of the jive.
Wait a second. It's like a dude like, oh, I forgot you have Giant there. Yeah, you do recognize
Yeah,
the text.
That's
on
where
it.
the jive came from.
He speaks giant and jive.
Jive. See, I thought Jive. was
Adelaide
decent.
brought over the thing. Yeah, so you, I think you just like, you flubbed giants last session. So it's like, it's in jive, it was like,
Yeah,
no,
it's
it's
in
in
jive
jive
now.
now.
Yeah, so in Giant, you read Abigail is only the beginning.
I'm going to inscribe that in common, or in our like shared like cipher. I forget if we have. Yeah, we have like a physical code
Yeah.
for gestures, and I'm assuming there's also just like some basic coded message. And I'm going to tuck it in the bracelet, hand it to the fox, and just gesture towards the door, and pat it on the head, give it a little scritch. Hello?
Sounds good. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
the fox
Sorry,
is
I thought I
very
cut
happy
out.
with that.
My earbuds are dying. Hold on. I thought you guys cut out. I'm gonna charge one of them.
This dickbag needs to die. Just wandering about, causing mischief.
I feel like a major mind collapse is more than just a little mischief.
Yeah, well.
It's at least medium size.
For this guy, it's a minor mischief.
A collapsed mine is just a medium-sized problem.
For this guy, yes. This guy's sex. I bet he actually has a house over here in the Dark Borough. Or maybe the Shadow Dwellings.
He's trying to corner the real estate market.
Yeah. He's out there. You know.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, no. I took out one earbud to charge it and I lost the mic connectivity. But there's a mic in each of the earbuds, so this is some bullshit. Anyway, yeah, I sent the Fox back. The guy's just doing a little bit of trolling.
Yes.
I would like to search the rest of the room meticulously, but like carefully.
Okay. Yeah, as you search the rest of the room, a lot of it just seems to be some of that giant propaganda you've seen before, where it's like, guys, come on, you should surrender. It'll be great. You see King Gaff, Giant King of Kyla, friend of all giants, Lord of the Universe. It seems to take a lot of real estate, a lot of these scrolls and papers. Yeah, lots of propaganda talking about, oh, the city council doesn't care for you. Remember the time where they spent your money wrong. Remember all these projects you're supposed to be doing. They didn't do it. Remember
The
how
water
they
main
said,
repair took an extra 2 weeks.
yeah, remember how they said they'd use these taxes for something and they just didn't do it? Like, come on, guys. You want to be back. Remember the good old days? Being under Kyla. Remember how powerful you were? Just propaganda by propaganda. Just drawing
I'm gonna draw a dick butt on one of the leaflets.
Remember when you were required to give tribute to a tyrant? Constantly?
That tyrant, yeah, that tyrant gave you stuff. It was great. Not like these people.
I'd rather pay tribute than taxes. Fucking taxes.
That is verbatim on one of them. I'd rather pay tribute than taxes.
Wow.
There's nothing else of note in the room.
There's actually a bit more. There's one that seems to be arcanely. I'd rather. There's one. Yes, there seems to be one scroll that seems to be enchanted with some kind of lock. And as you try to open the scroll, if you even try to open it, it just doesn't seem to budge.
I'll pocket it.
Yeah, it's a fairly small scroll, but yeah, it just does not budge open. Yeah, everything else is just propaganda.
Okay. So, I'm gonna make my way out of the room a little less carefully, just because, as I report back, it appears to me that we were meant to find this place.
Has the fox gotten to Baruch? Has he received the note or the bracelet, or what was he? I don't remember. What did you
I
say?
think you had the bracelet, right?
Well, I'll give him both. Both bracelets and the note.
Okay.
Okay.
Are these?
They seem targeted.
Yeah. Are these things that Baruch recognizes?
Yes, one is a bracelet that Yophiel gave you as a gift years ago.
And the other?
The second one is a bracelet you don't recognize, but you do recognize that Abigail is only the beginning on it.
Does Baruch speak giant?
He does.
No. He speaks jive?
I mean, I thought that was a given.
I mean,
Yeah, Baruch is just.
It's the rhyming sound of Brian's.
You come out to him. He's just kind of scratching at his beard a little bit, looking at these two bracelets and the note. He seems to be interested in making himself a nuisance. This old memory of a man. I do not expect him to be coming back here, but at least it is good to know that he is able, or at least has the gall to believe he can find us here unaware.
To speak of nuisance, there is also this. And they present the scroll. It bears some manner of arcane lock.
But Tirza and her arcanists will be able to open it, no problem.
My thoughts exactly. But as it seems we were not meant to tread carefully through this place, I just slammed the door. The subterfuge was a misdirect.
I think at that, I want to say Baruch is gonna, as we're kind of gathering up our stuff, Baruch will leave the bracelets with Babar and the Ghost Fox, and he's going to enter the room, and I want to give it a once-over. I'm looking.
Give it a once-over.
I'm looking specifically for trapdoors, secret exits or entrances, secret compartments, maybe potentially built into a wall. Essentially, I want to give this place one more look over, because knowing that this stuff was meant to be found, Baruch feels there's something more to this.
Roll me an investigation check.
Alrighty. Oh, almost a 20, and then bounced off it.
So yeah, as you continue to explore the room, you do find a hidden compartment baked into the wall to the left of the table. Unfortunately, it seems to only be one or two more scrolls there, and it probably could fit another 8 or 9 in there. But from the scrolls you could see in that hidden compartment, they seem to have, well, lots of information about the city. What does the guard structure look like? How competent are some of the guards in, their fighting style? Looks like there's a little bit of a plan of, okay, where can I maximize removing the most number of potential guards? And you see an idea scribbled about, like, collapse in the mine late on in the Idu Umun night. You see a little bit more about, like, where some secret entrances are. You could see, let's see, what else would be around here? Oh, where to pick up a bunch of farm animals. Who to play off from each other about, I guess, some of the personal weaknesses of each of the, well, perceived personal weaknesses. It's more like an insult list against the city council.
This guy's a bitch. This guy's a bitch. This guy's a bitch.
Well, what pretty draws your attention is, Yophiel seems to be very useful.
His eyes narrow at reading that. Yeah, and he will take the scrolls and
Yeah, there's a lot more information there, but general vibe is basically who's in the city.
Yeah,
what can I use
it's
to
a scouting
undermine
report.
it?
It's a very detailed scouting
yeah.
report.
Correct.
Yeah, so he's going to keep that, and well, we're going to use that information against this person, and he will depart with that. So mid. So mid.
Could have been better.
We are so mid.
So, actually, with that in mind, do I have... There's just a pair of tiefling dudes just walking down the street.
Twins.
They're starting to get pretty close. Yeah, they look like my two brothers. So they're getting pretty close to actually like walking around the corner. If they don't stop it, they might see Baruch. guess what do you do, Paul?
I send the fox
Mm-hmm.
to run directly at them and give them pause so that I can jump down and call. Well, it's difficult to understand what our physical distances are from each other at this point. So
Okay. Yeah.
Let me tell you what the intent is, though. The
Uh-huh.
intent is to have the fox run interference so that they're not focused on us at the moment, so that I can give word to somebody to get everybody ready to grab these guys.
Okay. Yeah, there should be enough distance to allow you to
If
do
that
that.
works. Also, Leo thinks it's a good idea. Yeah, just so you know.
So yeah, because they're probably 90 or 80 feet by the time you see them. So by the time you send the fox down, it can easily just be like 50 or 60 feet, which is a good... it might actually be more than that. Yeah, it might end up being like 120 and you get them at like 80 feet. So yeah, they're probably about 80 feet away by the time the fox gets up there. They're just walking and chatting and then... What? Yo, you ever seen this? What do they call them? Ghost foxies? Yeah, inside the city though? I thought animals didn't want to come inside the city. I mean,
So
how
it
do you think it...
I make them zoom off perpendicular to where those guys would need to look to see us.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Come on, little guy. Don't you
So
want
can
to...
I collect, like, Adelaide and...
Yeah.
Thule would probably be the best, because he can be over top.
Kind of help him move away.
Well, just the people that I want to take with me so that we can grab at least one of those dudes and pin them to a wall.
Time to grapple them.
Yeah, so Paul, so you see,
Mhm.
Paul doesn't make it, like, stealthy or anything. He runs up and, I'm imagining Adelaide and Paul, and Tool and Baruch and everybody are there. There's two tieflings off that way. They look sort of like they might have been watching us or maybe patrolling or something. I set my fox to distract them. They were about to stumble upon us, but I think we might be able to get the jump on them if you want to interrogate them.
Remind me, Shred,
Mhm.
do we have friendly tieflings in the city that we know of?
Yes. So there is a minority tiefling population that is friendly in the city. From what you can tell, there isn't... I mean, they always try to get propaganda for, like, everyone in the city. But most of the propaganda is oriented towards the giants.
So what you're saying is we might just be racist right now? Okay, good.
Yes! You could be. But yeah, they're not... To the best of your knowledge, it's not like there's an active tiefling resistance like there is an active Goliath resistance going on in the city.
Well,
Now, they may not have...
We could watch them.
Yeah, you could watch them. They may not have, like, to say, love for the Allfather. Most tieflings definitely worship at the temple of Ishot.
And we certainly don't have to rough them up.
Yeah, I think
Just-
Baruch would just mention that, being like, essentially, from what I understand, tieflings here are not a problem. Keep an eye on them just in case, but we may be a little too paranoid in this moment.
So, anyways, you have the two tieflings out there just like, oh, come on, where's the fox go? I heard it's good luck if you see one. No, it's... Bro, remember, it's not the fox, it's good luck.
Good, bro.
2 hamsters. Okay? You see 2 hamsters in the desert? That's good luck. So the one fox means nothing. I mean, it's cool, but kind of peering through it.
So then, out of character. So are we going to observe what they do and see if they come and look at that house, maybe? Or
It's up to you to decide.
I know.
They're distracted currently.
I'm asking the rest of the group. These guys could be something, but maybe they're not. I don't know.
Baruch had just said, watch them for now.
How racist we feeling right now?
Yeah.
Oh, did I miss that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think Baruch would say, at this point, just eyes on them, not roughing at this
Okay.
point.
Cool. So Paul will go back to a high spot then to see if he can keep an eye on them from a Overwatch position.
Mm-hmm. So where's everyone else in relationship to like the door in the building? So Paul's on.
I don't know which building we were in. Can you mark?
I'm sorry.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
that
let me
one.
mark
Okay.
it with the green a little bit better. That's a polygon. I keep. So that building right there,
Okay.
polygon.
And Paul will be in this building here, on
Okay.
top of that building if he can be.
Yeah.
Excuse
Of
me.
course.
Yeah, I think Baruch is just a minute before that come out of the building. So I think he's just moved probably to the other side of the street and is essentially just standing there. He's pulled a book out of his pocket or out of his pouch, his pack there, and is standing nonchalantly, kind of flipping through this scroll. Not one of the ones he took from the building, just something else.
Okay. But you'll be outside.
Yes.
Tool would probably be on the building up above, right next to Berg, to make sure that nobody came up to him.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, the two tieflings start to get a little bored of like, well, where did the fox go? Yeah, let's just continue walking down. Yeah, at least they haven't conscripted us for the guard yet, but maybe if we look like we're the guard, they won't conscript us. They'll just continue walking down the street.
And I think the moment Baruch notices that they're coming closer, not overtly, he's actually gonna basically do it like he's like casting a spell onto like the scroll or something. It very much unobtrusive, but he will activate detect thoughts.
Okay. On the tieflings?
It's just a self spell, so I'll be able to basically. I'm just scanning them for surface level thoughts to start.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So as they're walking
should...
closer, because again, he's basically not giving them notice, but he's basically turning this on. So as they walk by, he's just sensing surface thoughts.
Okay, it's VSM, so...
Right, but again, that's what I said. He's basically acting like he just cast some little cantrip or something on the scroll that he's looking at.
So they're going to hear you... That makes sense. I'll follow up with... they hear you casting the scroll, casting it like on the scroll, quote unquote, and then they just stop. So here's something casting.
Literally pays them no mind and continues reading on his scroll. If they have fully stopped, he'll cast he cast another like minor illusion on it, and a couple like almost what looks like a curly cue of magic or something comes off of it, and you see him smile, and he's basically making it very like nonchalant that he's doing something with this scroll, and it's just like sparkles and things.
Okay. So they hear casting again, and then
pretty colors.
Prestidigitation, right?
Minor illusion in this case, but yeah.
Oh, minor illusion.
Yeah. You hear one of the Tiefling brothers go, "Holy shit, is that a spellcaster there?" Yeah. You go first. No, you go first. Come on. We'll go together. It's like, or we could just turn around. No, we've walked too far. If we turn around, the people will start getting suspicious. Fine, just pretend everything's normal. 1, 2, 3, and they continue walking forward. As they turn around the corner, as you have detect thoughts, they're surface level thoughts, more about, man, I don't want to get drafted. Well, maybe the city council should just give up the city. Yeah, but I don't want to pay more in taxes. I don't want to pay taxes and tribute. Yeah, well, the giant guy's a total butthole. Hey, you remember the guy who was at the door? Yeah, he was a weird guy. I don't remember what he looked like, but... Yeah... Yeah, always just distributing stuff. Yeah, they were little crazy little scrolls. Yeah. Is he the reason why we're gonna get drafted? I don't know. I guess. Yeah, fuck that guy. If we don't say anything...
Nope.
They won't notice anything wrong. Wave and smile. As they wave and smile towards you.
Baruch doesn't even look up.
Wow, what a jerk. Didn't even look at us. You must know we're here. We were...
Fucking rude.
We're talking about our plans really loudly and our distaste for taxes. Also, through all this,
we're telepathically talking to each other in our surface thoughts.
can we
they are two
say
brothers.
that the bar is trying to get behind them as this is going on?
Like you're trying to tail them?
Well, I mean, basically, like, they're on... Baruch is on one side, but Bar would be getting to the other side of them. Like, their attention is focused on Baruch, but Bar would almost certainly be getting behind them.
Roll me a stealth check.
Hell yeah, brother.
At disadvantage, because there's 2 of
Oh
them.
no, brother.
Weak.
They do not see you.
Yeah.
I loom ominously.
Rags are unseen. No, you
The
don't have
rags are in the
rags.
shop right now.
You don't have the rags. I'm sorry.
Let's just get,
Thanks for rubbing it in, man.
just get to the temple. Okay.
So Paul
Temple, you're
keeps
happy.
like, if he can, he'll keep
Yeah.
you know an eye on them. And I assume the grid is not five foot squares.
Yeah, it's
right?
not 5 by 5 feet. Like the
This
whole
is the
town, I think,
smallest
is
city
like
in existence.
I think it's a 20-minute walk, I think, from gate to gate, so they're just moving really slowly and trying to get to the temple of Ishot.
Okay.
Yeah, by that time you hear about, like, let's get to the temple, you're kind of out of range of tech thoughts unless you're starting to
Nope. I think
start to tail them.
at that point he will send a message cantrip to Paul, which is not verbal. It's just somatic,
Mhm.
and he'll just respond, or he'll just say, "They're harmless. If anything, they're spooked out of their minds. Let them be."
Paul eases his bowstring back, knocks his. It takes the arrow out of the nock and puts it back into the quiver. Okay, so he comes back.
And Baruch will
Unload
do
shotgun.
Baruch will do the same thing for Babar as well.
I retreat back into the shadows.
And then sends a
Oh,
message
but I
cantrip.
really wanted to kill him.
And then sends a message cantrip to
Oh
Tool.
golly!
The traitors, murder them. No.
As soon as the word "murder" is uttered, you hear.
Tool just swoops
an
down.
arrow looses.
Wow!
Tool won't swoop down to begin with. He'll summon lightning upon them.
I was gonna say he just blows them up.
These
There's two
guys
targets
have
next to
no
each other.
idea how
It starts
close
with
they
that.
just came. The luckiest tieflings in the city.
Some no
All
country
right.
for old men shit.
But yeah, at that, I think Baruch would convey, at least, once we regroup, he'll convey what he heard from them. Essentially just that they have been getting some, or have either seen or heard the propaganda by the weird guy at the door. They were not interested, but also had no interest in being conscripted to the city. And I think at that point he'll start making back toward his house to study the rest of the papers for the night. As in the walk and talk, he'll share what he's got in the scrolls in the secret compartment.
Sounds good. I think that's probably a good ending point as you all go back to the temple for the night. And I think it is starting to get a little late in the day, probably. Let's call it 7 p.m.
Sun's getting real low.
Yeah, sun's starting to set. I mean, it already is kind of blocked by the mountain at this point, so I think that's where we'll end it for tonight. A little bit investigating.